to the other, so it's backwards and forwards. Couldn't be more even if you tried, I don't think.
All thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new Isuzu MUX available now at Gippsland Isuzu Ute. Timmy Sexton's down at ground level. Timmy, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, and good to see Boxer doesn't realise how radio works,
Yeah.
but no one can see what's going on, mate.
Exactly right.
Kelly, so, happy to be down here, mate. Conditions are getting a bit blowy, but we're nearly ready to go, and I think we're nearly ready for the anthem.
All right, we're going to give it across to our good friend, and Daniel Hutchison's also there as well. We'll get to that in a moment. Of course, the pre-game is not too far away. Here's Dan.
Moe, Leongatha and Terralgan Football Netball Clubs, welcome to Elite Energy Gippsland League Grand Final Day for 2025. I'd first of all like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Gunai-Kurnai people, and pay my respects to any elders past, present or emerging here today. We've had some outstanding action on both the footy field and netball court so far today. Now it's time for the main events. Can I now ask you join the players and officials, if you're able to, in please standing for the Australian National Anthem.
Just getting ready for the national anthem. Both sides are out there. Oh, there it is. Of course, a little bit of static there through the grandstand. It's a massive crowd, as you'd expect on Saturday afternoon. The Warragul A-grade side come off the ground. They're about to head back over to the A-grade, to the netball courts. And, of course, the Moe Lions in that big game this afternoon. It's going to be Warragul taking on Moe in A-grade netball. Both sides are out there and looking absolutely sharp this afternoon. Good to see that Joel Scolters has the long sleeves back on this afternoon. He took it off a week or so ago and we didn't recognise him. Back out there with the long sleeves. They look good. It builds up to this moment. They don't get any bigger than this, do they, Rob Popplestone? You get ready for it. The nerves are rolling in. What do you do to get rid of those nerves nice and early?
You know what it is? It's actually a privilege to be under this pressure. You've worked all year to have the opportunity. You just respect it. You just love it because that's what all the hard work is for. It is a privilege to be here today if you're a player.
And I tell you now, though, a big thing comes down to the coach as well. I think if you create the environment that's nice and relaxed,
yes,
the players stay relaxed as well. So a lot of the reflection can be on the coach as well. If he shows a lot of nervousness and a lot of anxiety, it can reflect on the players as well. And I only say that through experience too, because I lost a couple of grand finals as a coach too. So you do learn a lot as a coach. But Troy's a seasoned coach. He's a couple of time premiership coach as well now too. So is Trent. So they've been here, done that already before. So I think both sides will be very, very well tuned in for this game.
Certainly will be. We're looking forward to it. Leongatha huddle up 15 metres out from their goals. Terralgan doing a little bit of crisscross handball just to tighten things up. There is a big crowd here on Saturday afternoon. The new viewing platform here at the Mall Rec Reserve.
They're all calling.
Getting some absolute plenty of coverage this afternoon.
And to my eye, and just through the flags and windsock, the wind has picked up just a tad. Yeah.
Let's go check it out at ground level. Daniel Hutchison, thoughts on the weather and which way it will go and who does it fancy to start this off?
You're absolutely spot on, boys. It has just picked up. I reckon you'd think we're down near the beach. We are near a lake just over the highway, so maybe the water's belting off that lake and just bouncing across the highway here to the rec reserve. But whoever's going to hit, I missed the toss. Whoever's going out towards the town end,
that's
I think
Leongatha
will need to make use of this wind to get this game underway. Terralgan are going to have to defend pretty hard, I think, because it's fairly favourable towards the town end.
Thank you very much, Daniel Hutchison at ground level. Timmy Sexton, you're close to the Leongatha huddle. Who's coming off the bench for the Parrots?
Looks like our man Talon Brill's going to come to the bench with that there, and Luke Bowman's also going to come to the bench at this stage, mate. So they've gone obviously with their, I guess, their prime movers straight away going into the middle. Looks like it's going to be Big Benny Willis. Who else have we got in there? Heppel's going in there. Kim Drew's in there as well, and I'm just blindsided by one from big
Tom Marriott.
Marriott's the other one that is going to be in there, mate. So right. They are starting with their heavy hitters in the middle, which you would expect.
There he is, Timmy Sexton, Daniel Hutchison at ground level, all thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon. In the middle for the Maroons, Tyler Anderson, the ruck duties, Connor Ambler, Louis D'Angelo and Jordan Cunico to start things off. Boxer.
So they've gone the three big tools, Scott as well. Justin Pelicano will sit in the middle. They're gone 7. They have definitely going to go 7. They'll have to try and defend it early, I think, the Traralgon side, but I didn't think they're going to do it this early as well. But Pelicano's going to start up about 30 out, Ireland and Garnham forward 4, and also Aaron Heppel. So they've got some very big heavy hitters, Leongatha in their forward 50.
All right, the first quarter is about to get underway. We're not too far away from starting the 2025 Alinta Energy Gippsland League Grand Final. It is the Maroons who are going to go with 7 defenders. The Parrots are kicking with the breeze in the first quarter, and the umpire is about to get us underway. It will be Anderson and Willis, and the grand final is away in 25. And the first touch will D'Angelo had it and got crunched with a crunching tackle.
Nice little tempo start there as well. Big matchup for me now. Jackson Harry, first game back for the year on Dylan Lopez of Traralgon.
So secondary ball up, Willis with a tap down. Heppel got shoved off the footy. Cunico was there, handball was partially smothered. Brown goes in for the Maroons, head over the football, it's tight in the clinches. There's no room to move at the moment, we'll do it again.
Ben Harding goes to Matt North as well, so Ben Harding obviously won the medal during the week as well. So that's a great matchup too.
So Anderson, front spot, double tap down. Out the back though was Jack Hume for the Parrots. Drives it inside. Look at the breeze. Take that one over the back. It gets there. Connor Little's there for the Maroons. Going to ground there was the forward in Garnham, and we'll have a ball up inside Leongatha's forward 50.
This will be interesting how Leongatha set up behind the ball. They know they don't want to allow that ball out. It's right pocket at the moment. Pelicano contests the ruck, gets the tap, can't find a teammate. Interestingly, can they keep it in through Heppel? They cannot. Beat the ball by the boundary was Ben Harding.
Only 5 players outside the defensive 50 or forward 50 for both sides. So Big Benny Willis is the only one that's really the loose man defending outside of this defence.
We saw much of the same sort of play in the reserves game earlier, where a lot of bodies around the ball, not much room to wiggle, and Leongatha, with not much room, trying to get a quick kick forward. They can't. Taken by Robertson, his handball finds an opponent, and he's crunched as the
umpire's found
a free kick in that, and the free kick will go the way of Leongatha. They'll burst inside forward 50, you'd think. So Forrester, the player with the ball on that left leg, kicks to the pocket. Arrogant front. Mark at the back though. Nice mark by Aaron Heppel. One of 2 brothers playing in this side today. 2 quality plays, if you don't mind. And Aaron Heppel with the opportunity to bring the first score on the board, with Leongatha kicking to the left of radio, the town end of the Morwell Rec Reserve. So Heppel, tight angle, 10 metres out, off the boot, dream start for the premiership favourites in Leongatha.
Yeah, it was a really good start, and what happened there too, he stayed true in the goal square. So both Ireland and Garnham led high up. And I expected Forrester to actually go to Paddy Island, but he brought the ball in deep, good set play. He had the ride as well. McMahon didn't have any really chance to actually spoil that too. So it's a great mark. They're really deadly inside their forward 50. I reckon the clear message will be get the ball inside 50 as quick as you can.
Metric on home scoreboard sees that goal come up at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Leongatha leading by 6.
Daniel Hutchison.
Yeah, you can already tell, boys, that wind is really strong towards that end. Forrester, though, smart enough to just pull the kick up and put it into a beautiful spot.
Well, Forrester again goes forward with that left foot. They're going to fly. Good spoil out there by Hurrigan. It comes to ground. Ambler's the first one to get to it. Handballs to D'Angelo. They go back now to Dunbar. Gets around a couple of tacklers. D'Angelo raised the shoulder looking for the high. And the umpire said no, not just at the moment. We'll have a ball up on the outer side. 3 minutes into this opening quarter of the grand final. The margin's at 6. Leongatha have it. No one can get a clean handball away. Littlejohn goes backwards to Nash. His dumping kick to half forward. North coming out to meet it. Had the footy, lost it. And they jump on top of Matt North, and we'll have a stoppage out of side.
This is what I find. It's going to be very favourable for Leongatha if the ball hits the ground, and they've got that little pressure. Both sides have brought the pressure, but I feel like Leongatha is really at the man at the moment.
Yeah, you're right. Two bigger bodies for the Leongatha side, especially in close. I thought a free kick there for Terrelgan. No, he lifted the arm. The umpire signalled. So we'll ball this one up around about half forward flank, right half forward flank. Leongatha going into attack. The only score in the opening few minutes of this first quarter, 2025 at Litter Energy Grand Final. And the ball works its way towards the left half forward flank where Little John has first possession. Good pressure from Terrelgan. A quick kick forward, gathers 30, 40 metres. Going to find a winner at can, and that's Ben Harding. He slips right at the crucial moment. North claims he was held without the ball. Good enough to feed off a handball to Brown. He in turn is taken and dispossessed of the ball. So a free kick again going the way of the Parrots.
So Kim Drew on the outer side. Looks up, drives it deep inside forward 50. Scolters has got the read on this one, but he'll end up take the free kick. It was out of bounds on the full.
Tackling pressure from Leongatha is enormous at the moment too, but I'm not sure about the kick going that far wide. It's going to always push
Here we
across.
go.
So the switch to Hourigan across the goals. Might be turned over. Paddy Island's there. He taps it towards his goals. Working hard was Dunbar. A handball over the top to Little. He just left it for Hourigan. Under pressure with a right foot kick. It's going to go out of bounds on the full. Uncharacteristic by the captain in Hourigan.
Good work by Pelicano then too to put the pressure on Hourigan. They knew they were already going to be under the pump, but it was good pressure.
Hume goes to a leading target in Ireland. Out the back. Tried to trap there was Dyson Heppel. Became a strong tackle on Dunbar. And we'll have a ball up. 25 metres out now from Leongatha's goal.
So the spare man at the moment is Hourigan.
And the ball now taken by Brown. He gets a handball just as the umpire signals that he'll take control. 30 metres out from Leongatha goals on a 45-degree angle. I reckon it was Anderson that got the tap. Can't find a teammate. Cunico stands up in the tackle. The tackle coming from Luke Bowman.
Tim Sexton at ground level.
First change been done. Tommy Marriott's just come off, and Luke Bowman for his first run today. Interesting that Marriott's out probably about 5 minutes in, so I still think they're probably managing a few minutes to get him through to the whole game.
Lots of numbers around this footy, top of the 50. Thanks very much to Carpet Country this afternoon, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Margin sits at 6. 6 minutes in to the first quarter. Willis with a tap down. Willerton was there. Handball over his shoulder. Here's Dyson Heppel. Got through a couple of tackles. Give it at Walker. He gets back onto the right foot. Kicks it into the dangerous spot. Hourigan's there. So is Membry. Couldn't complete the mark. Now the tackle from Argento was good. Play on though, said the umpire. Forrester's there with Harding. Harding kicks around the body. Bowman will come and meet it. He does a blind turn. He handballs out wide. And Garnham grabs the footy. A good contest with Hourigan. And Garnham will kick around his body. Top of the square it goes. Pelicano's there. Scolters also to help for the Maroons. It's tight. It's tough. It's a clean handball from Dunbar. Couldn't quite find his target though. D'Angelo works hard. He's had a couple of touches early. Paul Carter.
2, 1 kick, 1 handball.
Both teams are working really hard. The pressure's on for both, so they're defending very well, Terrelgan, because Leongatha have had all the play so far in this first quarter.
And they're into attack as we speak. Bowman overrun it. They might get another chance on goal. Good tackle, dispossessed. Umpire says, yep, free kick Terrelgan's way. 7 minutes gone in this first quarter. Harvey Neocleus will be the recipient of that free kick. With the Leongatha goals just 20 metres behind him, he's called play on. He sees a short option. It's a risky move. It's cut off. And that move forward could blow up in their face at the moment as they dance around the Leongatha side, and they beautifully present it, but Scoldies will take Pelicano. He was dispossessed. Tricky conditions means sloppy play, and Willis has to stop and stand and take a strong mark. And he does that and plays on quickly.
Yeah, to Maskell. Left foot driving kicks. Going to get out the back though. Hourigan, 2 bites at it. Nicely done. Daniel Hutchison.
Yeah, such is the window there, boys. Pushing to that far side of the ground. Terrelgan are really struggling to get their interchanges. So interchanges, when they come available, are going to be critical for both sides today with the wind pushing on that far side of the ground.
All right, so we're going to boundary throw in on the outer side. As we've just ticked over 8 minutes. It's 1 straight goal. Leongatha still lead it by that 6 points. It's all thanks to Metricon Homes. Received $50,000 to use across their designer range. That is at Metricon. Tap down there was from Willis. North got one over the shoulder and the umpire said no. They've let a few go. I don't mind it early in a grand final though. We'll have a ball up again on the outer side. Tapped down by Anderson on that occasion. Quick kick by Harding. Goes inside forward 50. Horrigan again. Can't complete the mark on this occasion. Does he look to switch again? Membry. Right foot kick to the outer side and finds Harvey Neocleus, who presented well. High up the ground.
So Neocleus from the left half-back flank, outer side of this Morwell Rec Reserve, goes along the line, as you'd expect, but can he find a winner? Punch to the front of the pack. Willis, well, not your normal rover, takes body before ball and presents a passageway for a teammate. They can't find a way through. There's a punch of players from both sides. You'd think the umpire might take control soon. He's taking his time, isn't he? Play on the ball. It's going nowhere. Willis stood up in the tackle, tried to get a handball off. A quick kick from North. Gathers only 5 or so metres before again they go forward, and this time they do it through Hume towards that right half-forward flank. First player there for Terrelgan will be Connor Little, but he's beaten to it by the boundary. And there'll be a boundary throw-in, 65 metres from Leongatha's goals.
It's a little bit like crazy footy at the moment, isn't it? Because they're trying to get out of their defensive 50, Terrelgan, and they're getting repelled back by Leongatha, but the skill level, because of the conditions, aren't great.
So Anderson tapped it down. Nicely done by Argento, though, to pick the pocket. In they go. Great grab, Jensen Garnham. Strong in the contest. Too good on that occasion, Timmy Sexton.
Yeah, absolutely. Way too good. Similar start to what it was in last year's grand final scud, where Leongatha had all the play and it was Terrelgan's ugly ball that got him back into the game. So these conditions are going to be very tricky. It's going to be who can use it by foot the best over the next quarter and a bit.
And as Daniel Hutchison said, interchange are hard to come by. And from this stoppage, they roll them in as Jensen Garnham on its way. He's put it through. He snuck it just inside the left goal post. And the Parrots have got 2 straight to open up this opening 10 minutes of the first quarter.
And the Parrots have got to do this now too. When the ball's inside their 50, they've got to capitalise on every time it comes inside, because they're going to get these opportunities right now. And if it's going to be as difficult like this for them in that second quarter, they've got to make everything count. Right now, they're coming out of their defensive 50. They're getting picked off because Benny Willis and players are setting up so well behind the ball.
Metric. Leongatha, 2 goals straight, 12. They've got 8 inside 50s to none at Terrelgan. So it is Leongatha by 12 points.
All right, 10.5 minutes into this first quarter, 2025 at Linta Energy Gippsland League Grand Final. It's Leongatha with 2 goals on the board, but Terrelgan inside their first forward 50. But at this time, they just weave a pattern, do Leongatha out of that defensive area. A kick by... finds Lemurs, a good mark. He slipped as he took it, but he was good enough to finish it off as Jack Hume again sends it from wing side, inside forward 50. Scolters will be the first player there, coming in to lend a hand though, and nicely done it was too. And the 1-2 gets Terrelgan out of trouble, albeit momentarily you'd think, unless Connor Little can grab this, and he can't. So a boundary throw in to take place. It's right half forward flank. Leongatha into attack as they have been for 11 of the first 11.5 minutes of this game. They lead 2 goals, Terrelgan yet to score.
So ball on the outer side. It's just going to take a little while to come back in. The A-grade netball is underway on the far side of the ground. Meanwhile, we'll get the scores throughout the afternoon there for you. Boundary throw and Wynn took that away. Marsh tries to fight with Kim Drew at ground level. And the umpire will have no other option to ball it up. 12 minutes in. Goals to Heppel and Garnham to open things up. 12 points is the margin. It's all thanks to Metricon Holmes. As Willis taps it down. Tight contest there. Forrester had to become the tackler. Nash is in there as well for the Parrots. On the outer side, it's a half-forward flank build-up. Windy conditions here at the Morwell Rec Reserve this afternoon. Footy will spend a lot of time on the outer side. Musto, first opportunity, gives a handball to D'Angelo. Couldn't get ball to boot. The Parrots through Harding, back to Forrester. Now they go inside forward 50 again. Going back to the flight. Nearly taking a great grab there. On that occasion was Ireland.
He's paid it, Scud.
He has paid it. 2 bites was very good. Now this is near on impossible at this end of the ground.
There's a bit of space there for a quick short lead.
It's not as impossible as what it would be at the other end of the ground in the same spot. But still, this is about a 15% chance. And if he puts it through, it's a Zambrero goal that I contender. I'll give you the tip. But Paddy Island, good recruit during the off-season in 2025. In their grand final, comes in on the right boot, puts it on its way. The breeze is going to bang it back. If you don't mind, There's your first Zambrero goal at a contender. I gave him 15%. It was 100% every single step of the way.
Great retraction. Beep, beep, beep. That was the truck going back then too, Poppy, because he did have to do that because as soon as Heppel saw it come off the boot, they all knew what was going to happen, and it just got that wind and it got a little bit of an effect as well, and it went through. So what a great goal to finish off there too. But their contested market inside their forward 50 in these conditions have been great for the Parrots.
3 set shots for 3 goals for the Leongatha. They are 3 goals straight 18 on the Metricon home scoreboard. We played 13 minutes of the first quarter.
Heppel gets first possession, dropped the ball. The umpire says, yes, Pop, that's what happened. Willerton plays on. They need to find a winner here, and North is that winner. He can play on if he wishes. No turns. Considers his options. He'll kick from right on 50. He can go short. There is a short option, and he found that option. And it is, nice option too. Harvey Neocleus, who I can recall kicking one from around about this area in last year's grand final, much to the delight of the Traralgon contingent, which has placed itself just below the scoreboard. They won't like what they see at the moment. 14 and a half minutes in, Leongatha 3 straight goals. Traralgon with their best opportunity in 15 minutes to get there first. Harvey Neocleus from just inside 50 at a 45-degree angle will need to go right. He goes right, but the wind gets hold of that one, takes it right across the face of goals, and Leongatha keep the ball in play and then run it out of trouble. Can they clear the area? Yeah, they sure can. Unfortunately, it's on the wrong side of the boundary for Ben Harding, who had that kick, and the resultant free kick goes the way of Traralgon.
Yeah, Dunbar brings it back in. Going back with the flight was Heppel, although free kick going the Maroons' way.
It's called for a block there, Scud.
Yeah, Mitch Musto will get on the end of this one. This is not a bad spot to have a shot from. You'll start at the right goal post. It'll come back from right to left. Any further around's impossible. But this is not a bad spot. Slight angle, probably about 40 metres out, kicking towards the Strzelecki Hills end of the ground here at Morwell. Right foot kick on its way. Starts right, works back, just gets held up underneath it with the breeze there. It's the first score for the Maroons this afternoon in the grand final. It's a minor one though.
One behind 1 point on the Metricon home scoreboard, trailing Leongatha 3 straight 18.
And for those not at the game, the goalposts were rocking a fair way as Musto attempted to kick for goal. The kick from full back makes the centre circle almost just metres short. Marriott, good tackle on him. Dispossessed of the ball, play on is the call. Pelicano feigns the handball. Inside out torpedo at centre half forward. Doesn't find the targeted player, but Brill on the left leg. Can he find Garnham? He tries to find that player. Skoltz closes him down, takes him over the boundary, and there'll be a boundary throw in 15 metres from Leongatha's goals.
It'd be interesting to say, though, you can just see now that this is a kamikaze kicks coming in from Leongatha. They're not beautiful kicks in, but they want to get the ball inside 50 as quick as they can.
So boundary throw in. Ruckman Roscoe out the back. Tapped down by Ireland. Shagged though by D'Angelo to clear the area. Only momentarily. The number favour Leongatha. Here's Jackson Harry. First game of the year in the seniors. Drives it in. Horrigan takes the uncontested mark. Timmy Sexton, ground level.
Yeah, the Leongatha wall's just set up perfectly at the moment, Scud, and Maroons are struggling to get through it as they are going to turn the ball over and go back inside 50 again.
Yeah, through Sovereign. Can he find a leading target? No.
Yeah, he can.
Ty Horrigan.
He can.
Well, Ty Horrigan's the defender. Traralgon must be pretty happy with that, Daniel Hutchison.
Yeah, absolutely they are, boys. They are a little bit quiet down here, though. I think the start of this game might have just got them on the back foot slightly, but expect Traralgon to bounce back in a big way.
All right, Walker out the back gives a handball to Marriott. His kick around his body, looking for the boundary line, and we'll find it in the end. We'll have a boundary throw-in on the outer side. They might be a little bit disappointed with the opening 17 minutes of play. They do trail by 17 points, the Traralgon side, but it must be said, Leongatha are kicking with a breeze. Boxer thinks it's about a 5-goal breeze, so we'll see how that works out as Heppel tried to crash his way through the stoppage.
I'll tell you what I've been enjoying and watching too is the Jackson Harry Dylan Lopez matchup. He's just taken every opportunity he has now, Jackson Harry. His first game back for the year, he's wearing him like a glove.
Yeah, nice to give a person who's been out for the year a job as Marriott releases. They go forward, they'll do it through Walker. Walker dispossessed of the ball, and Traralgon can go forward now through McMahon. Taken without the ball, play on's a call. Traralgon player behind play still on the deck as they go forward again, the Maroons, this time through Willerton. And now from half-forward flank, they need to have this, make the most of this opportunity. Again, it's McMahon, inside forward 50, out the back Marsh, in the front LaPraze, play on's the call. Who can keep their feet? It's Hume, ever so cleverly keeps the feet. Sums up the option and kicks towards the outer side of the ground. And after a contest in the air, the boundary umpire will take control and ball this one up, or ball this one in, at least at the outer side wing.
Now the short game's gone. The short game is not here this afternoon. They've got to get the ball down the line as quick as they can and get their smalls to start doing the work as well. So it's working in the favour of Leongatha at the minute.
It's been a big start, big moments at all, thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. Bistro's back open 7 days a week. Cunico from the Maroons. That was Jacob Variety. Got a handball away, and Harding became Kim Drew, in fact, became a quick tackler on the outer side of the ground on Tripodi.
Going to ask Timmy later on too. Dyson Heppel come off before and had a few words to say on the bench as well, so probably putting his input as well. Great from Timmy.
Great leadership. Pelicano tapped it down. Out the back there, Willerton. We know he can tackle, and the umpire will say, my ball again on the outer side of the ground. Margin, the moment, sits at 17 points. We've just ticked over 19 and a half minutes in this first quarter, all thanks to Metricon Homes. And
ball taken out now from the outer side wing. Nicely done. From half-forward flank, need a favourable bounce. Can't get that. The kick from Harding. Couldn't find a man on the full, but at half-forward flank now, it'll be borne up. Already in this first 20 minutes, you see the height of Garnham and Island and Pelicano all proving to be a bit of a problem for Terrelgan's defence. And there's a lot of room in between the forwards of Leongatha and where the ball sits at the moment.
So Leongatha's got the spare Poppy at the moment too, with Hourigan loose inside their forward 50.
Yeah, but you'd think that Hourigan probably needs to be in that hole a little bit. He needs to kick forward.
We're not going to tell him how to play
no,
because he does it a lot better than us.
Yeah, true. True enough. Let's see what happens. Willerton with the ball now, holds the ball in, nicely done.
And we just seem to find it all the time that 9 times out of 10 they find Hourigan when they bring the ball inside 50, so they've got to be a little bit wiser coming in.
Half-forward flank, yeah, sorry, Scott, I've done that twice now, as they come outside the defensive 50. Nicely done too it was by Tripodi. Can he find a winner? He can't. Half-forward flank, yeah, nicely
so
done.
Clean.
And they weave their way forward, inside forward 50 again. It's fallen short. Scotty's overruns it. Releasing it was Musto, and now they've got some room to move.
There's a whistle.
Yeah.
Whistle. There's a free kick going Leongatha's way, I think, for a throw. Box up.
Yeah, it is. It's against Membry.
Wow, okay.
It looked like he was playing for Canberra Raiders then because he decided to throw one out.
Timmy Saxton, did you see that one?
Yeah, it's an interesting call when the umpire's right behind the play to be able to actually make that decision. But I tell you, the bench coach here for the Parrots, I'm glad he has got the loudest voice that I've heard in footy. Even Coach Trent McMicky's got up because they need the interchanges. But Big Benny Willis has been on the bench for about 7 minutes trying to get a rotation with that ball being out on the far side. It's there was yelling going on left, right and centre.
So Garnham's got the opportunity to make it 2 for 2 for him, and importantly, 4 from 4 for the Parrots, and that's what they've got.
And this is what you're going to do. In these conditions, you could actually argue the point it could be 0-4, but they're 4 straight. And they're making the chances work for them right now because the conditions aren't perfect. That kick could have gone anywhere as well at the moment. A little bit of luck through the free kick, whatever it may be. But they've taken the advantages right now. So they're working very well. They're setting up well behind the ball, Leongatha, and it's paying dividends.
Jensen Garnham becomes our first multiple goal kicker with his second goal of the day, the 21-minute mark. Leongatha on the Metricon Homes scoreboard, leading 4 straight 24 to 1 behind 1 point.
Oh, big moment all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. Here's Dyson Heppel in the middle of the ground. Ambler tried to dispose of him. He couldn't do so. He goes again. Heppel shuffles a handball away. Lamers is there. Socket off the ground by Bowman. Inside forward 50 they go again. Argento on this occasion couldn't get through the Tommy McMahon tackle. And now Jacob Cunico stands up in it, gives it to D'Angelo under pressure. And the pressure is enormous from Leongatha. And they bend and they won't break at the moment. But Argento grabs it, runs around. Woo! And Nicky Argento gets one on the right as he bends it back from right to left.
Argento, how good is he? That was a great goal too. 5 straight for the Parrots. But can I just say though, back to that centre bounce, Ty Hourigan went into the middle of the ground for the Maroons. So they've made a change from the bench, leaving Mitch Membry as the loose down back. So they're trying a few different things here for the Maroons, but right now they were beaten at ground level then too by the Parrots, and a great goal there by Argento.
29-point lead to Leongatha on the Metricon Home scoreboard, 23 minutes in.
So ball thrown up now. It's That man again, Anderson, that gets the tap forward. They'll go forward, and one of the rare occasions they'll do it through Connor Little. Lepraise went through, he was drilled, and he's now faces 3-4 Leongatha defenders.
The Wimble kept that in.
Yeah, fortuitously for Leongatha, or in fact for Traralgon, though. The kick from Little John found the boundary, the wrong side of the boundary.
Well, what on
Again,
Kim Drew?
The pressure from Leongatha is pretty extreme, actually, and intense. And Traralgon are just battling to get their game going in any way whatsoever. 23 3/4 minutes gone, first quarter. Leongatha 5 straight, Traralgon 1 behind. Wills so easily gets rid of his opponent and then kicks 50 metres towards the half-forward flank.
There they go
They're in
again.
all the right places, and this time Argento kicks to space. Now we've got a race. Who's first there? It's going to be McMahon. He needs a favourable bounce. He can't get it. He's going to have to rush it. And he does that.
Oh.
Almost a free kick against Hume, it was.
Callum Brill.
And Brill gets confronted by Hirrigan.
5-1-31 first behind is a rushed one to Leongatha, leading by 30 points on the Metricon home scoreboard.
So Hurrigan plays on the outer side, has a bounce. And then a wobbly kick off the outside of the boot. Good pressure by Bowman, who just closed late.
And it's funny, Bowman has gone to Hurrigan. Now that Hurrigan's in the middle of the ground, Bowman is his matchup at the minute.
Harding went short to Argento, couldn't find him on the full, and the ball will trickle over the boundary line. Boundary throw in.
So, Scud, the big question for me will be at quarter time, and Beast or someone will be able to find out at quarter time, does Hurrigan now then go play forward with this wind?
Well, the ball's not finding its way there. That's the problem.
Maybe they've just
it will.
Something.
Yeah.
I think 100% he does on that occasion. Heppel taking some ruck duties inside forward 50. Didn't win it. Something a little bit different. Out there was Neocleus. Coughed it up, though. Quick kick around the body from Dyson Heppel. Couldn't get it to go straight, and we'll find the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Notice too, when we walked into the ground today, I thought they were selling Better Homes and Gardens at the gate there too. The size of the record this year is huge.
It's a ripper.
Magnificent.
Yep.
Great keepsake.
Margin sits at 30 points in this first quarter. Roved it, snap, Heppel's kick was touched. Dunbar's under pressure, top of the square. Argento had him at a wing tackle. And the ball up will occur. So 25 and a half minutes. It's been all Leongatha. They are kicking with the breeze, though. And Boxer does think that it's a 5-goal breeze, and he's right on margin. 5-1 Leongatha are in the opening quarter. Traralgon are 1 behind. Have they got another one in them? Tap down, tried to rove there was Lamers. Pressure's on. Little quick kick from Cunico was smothered. He has to go again. Dyson Heppel picked it up, stood up. And 3 Maroons tackle him, as you'd expect. We've got another ball up. I'll have one more crack, Rob Popplestone. Ireland in the ruck duties. Tapped out there by Anderson. Rove. Lamers on the outside of his right boot. Couldn't get it to go around anywhere. It's a minor score. Margin now sits at 31 points.
All right, so the ball to be brought back in. Traralgon just trying desperately to find any way to break into their forward 50. They go towards Hirrigan. A Traralgon player down behind play.
Behind play. I'll let you know how it's going on.
All right, as Leongatha go forward again. Cut off nicely it was by Dunbar. He releases, but that wind takes control, and there's yet another turnover. This time Maskell's on the end of it. In for, and Shorty goes to Heppel. So Dyson Heppel on that left leg to the top of the square. They've been dangerous here all day, but Hirrigan, no, it's not Hirrigan. In fact, it's Connor Little that takes a 2-bite mark. And they really just need to wind this clock down now. They can't afford for this lead of Leongatha's to get any further as they work their way out of defensive 50. But the pressure from Leongatha allows them no room to move at all.
Absolutely enormous it is.
Just that Thomas McMahon incident there too. Paddy Olam was a little bit frustrated with probably the attention he was getting as well. So Thomas McMahon was not on the receiving end.
And you can see that Heppel is trying to cause a bit of pressure on Marsh. In fact, it's Bowman, as you called earlier. Boxer.
You're listening to Gippsland Live on Terra FM, all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. We've got a free kick from that stoppage. It's going to go Leongatha's way.
Tougher here again, Scud, you reckon?
Yes, it is for Kim Drew.
It's a beautiful kick of the footy, left footer.
45 metres it'll have to be. Breeze coming across his left shoulder here at the Morwell Rec Reserve this afternoon. Quite strong.
That left goalpost, Scud, I reckon he's got a big chance here.
Yep, they always say at least give it a chance. Just inside the left goalpost it needs to be. Gusty winds of about 25 k's as the right-footed Drew comes in, starts it. Does it bring it back? I tell you what, does it ever? These Parrot side, they are on song in this opening quarter of the grand final. That is their 6th to get things going.
That's how skillful Kim Drew is, because I actually thought he was a left footer. And thanks for reminding me that he was a right footer. And when he kicked it with his right foot, then it actually showed me that he was. But at the same time, what a kick.
Yeah, beautiful.
Lee and Gather have taken every opportunity. The inside 50s must be triple compared to what Traralgon are at the moment.
More than that.
More box, 18-4, so 4.5 times. And it's 5 shots at goal for 5 straight goals out of their 6-2-38, leading Traralgon, 1 behind 1 point in the metric on home scoreboard.
All right, Anderson was v. Willis, but there's been an indiscretion which will result in a free kick. And guess what? It goes Leongatha's way. And the big man handballs off. They do it beautifully. They find Forrester. He's usually deadly inside forward 50. Can't find a teammate on that occasion. Scoldings will be first player there. He is. Will he handball off? He does. Will he find a teammate? He cannot. And that teammate was Marsh.
Geez, I need some more now, the Traralgon midfield. Louis D'Angelo, the ones that they've really relied on a lot during the year. They've just got to find a little bit now, late in this quarter.
So boundary throw in, Kim Drew again attacked it. D'Angelo tackled him. Daniel Hutchison at ground level.
Oh, definitely building down here at ground level, boys. You can tell, you talk about the intensity of both sides. Leongatha interchanges when they're ready to go. They're up and about. They're bouncing on the interchange, ready to go. Traralgon probably a little bit flat-footed, which is probably the start that they've had. And talk about the crowd building up down here. I just had a drunk guy on me left here, and he was talking, better send some boxer that was up there today. So it's been a good start.
And Leongatha led at 6-2.
That's not funny.
One behind to the Maroons. A secondary stoppage will occur.
Leave the jokes to me, Hutch.
Tim Sexton keeping out of trouble, are you?
Always, mate. I'm just sitting here nicely inside the near the Leongatha bench.
Could you stand up, Timmy?
Let's see if they can get something going here. The Leongatha side inside their forward 50 again. It's spent a lot of time there in the first quarter. And, of course, big moment all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. They want one more, the Parrots. Traralgon going to have to hold strong out the back. They got numbers. They're well set up behind the footy. Little John will kick around his body. Little was there, tackled by Harding. Play on, said the umpire. And we'll have a ball up 55 metres out from goal now. It'll be interesting to see what the coaches say at quarter time when they take a breath. How many players will Leongatha roll back, you think, with the breeze? Heppel. That's Aaron Variety, kicks it high inside. And the siren sounds for quarter time. Well, the Parrot supporters are happy. They're up and about. The players are as well. But it's only 1 down. We've got 3 to go. But the first quarter belonged to the Leongatha side. 6-2-38, leading Traralgon 1 behind in the opening quarter for Metricon Homes. A quick break here on TRFM. And we'll get all the information out of the 2 huddles from Daniel Hutchison and Timmy Sexton on TRFM. It is Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
Keep hunting. It's 0-0 at the moment. We'll see how we go for this second quarter.
Thanks, Trent.
Timmy Sexton, we're going to stay with you down there, mate. That is absolutely unbelievable access. We thank Leongatha for that. Traralgon are going to give it at halftime as well. But Timmy, fantastic. Thank you.
No dramas, mate. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And look, they were up and about. But as Trent said, 0-0, knowing that breeze has the ability for them, Traralgon, to do exactly the same thing as Leongatha did in that first quarter. They need to be on and hunt again.
Very good. Timmy Sexton, Daniel Hutchison at ground level there. Second quarter's about to get underway, and it is all thanks to the Moe Racing Club. Here's Rob Popplestone.
Anderson v. Willis. And as you'd expect, the intensity from Leongatha continues after the first 30 minutes of really ferocious attack on the ball. Willis stands his ground. Anderson goes over the top. A quick kick forward, though, goes to centre-half forward for the Parrots. And this is where they need to rebound and start to get their game going, the Maroons. But there's a long way back from where they stand right now. They just need to win the quarter. But as you heard from the Leongatha coach, they also see this score as near all and want to make the most of it. So it's Willis v. Roscoe at the moment. Quick kick forward. Nicely done it was to Hirrigan from centre-half back to centre-half forward. Nearly taken by Halliburton. Now Willerton will kick to space and hope he gets a favourable bounce. It's 1v4, but the one is McMahon, and he nearly chased it down. If it wasn't for the efforts of Sovereign, Leongatha may have been facing their first goal against. But at the moment, they are not, Paul Carter.
Behind to Traralgon at the 1 minute mark of the second quarter. It's 2 behinds, 2 points to 6-2-38. Leongatha leading on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Boxer, you got any news about the loose defender? Has Leongatha got one or not?
No, they haven't started with one yet too, so they've just gone man on man at this stage. Sovereign's gone to McMahon.
So Maskell went to the outer side. Big Willis stood tall and then gives a handball to Brill. He just threw it back and the umpire was right there to ping him. And the free kick's going to go in the way of Harvey Neocleus. So he's inside the centre square at the moment. His kick will go deep inside forward 50. He's looking for his forward targets. Low press will be the target. Out wide was McMahon. He'll come and present. Nearly clunked it as well. Marriott taps it forward. McMahon goes to ground. Marriott comes over the top. Dyson Heppel's there as well. And we've got a boundary throw in on the outer side. Opening couple of minutes of play.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Dyson Heppel maybe play that little loose roll back. You know, just a smart head behind the ball. Only played a couple hundred games of AFL footy, so they've got that trump card up their sleeve, Scud.
And speak of the devil, here he is. Heppel on that left leg towards the half-forward flank.
Oh, good grab, great grab.
Good grab it was too.
By his brother.
From brother, Aaron. So Dyson to Aaron, like backyard 30 years ago. Here we go again. Goes short to Brill. Left half-forward flank. Kicks inside forward 50, leads on.
Oh, great
over
kick.
the top. Good find, Jack Hume. He's gone
tremendous.
from back to forward. He hasn't changed ends, but now he's a forward.
He's been on the wing at the moment too, so he plays a real sweeping role. He'll run out wide and come inside forward 50, so he's very smart the way he goes about it. He was a goal kicker in his thirds. When he was at Leongatha in the thirds, he was in tremendous forward. He's found his niche on a wing. Tall wingman, marks, runs well. Big opportunity here for the Parrots.
Distance only the concern.
Yeah, 45 metres. He'll kick into the teeth of the wind, but he'll kick to the right post, and that's where he goes. Will it come back? It won't. In fact, it goes more right than left and finds the behinds, but only just.
Yeah, down at that bottom end, that's exactly how it does. Doesn't really come back right to left down there. It's really coming straight through the goals.
37-point lead to Leongatha. 39 plays 2.
Membry goes short. Oh, missed Cunico. Ball in dispute. Willardon's there. Kim Drew tried to get a handball away. Cunico grabs it for the Maroons, though, to Tom McMahon, to Harvey Neocleus. Here's that run. Roscoe's under pressure, coughed it up, and now at the back was Jordan Cunico. Got it back to Tommy McMahon, and out wide was Connor Little. The right foot kick to half forward. He's going to miss everyone and find the boundary line, who has probably nearly been best on this afternoon on that outer side, that boundary line. We've had a number of throw-ins on that far side of the ground. It is the second quarter of this grand final, thanks to the Moe Racing Club. Their new Cup Day is on 16th of November. As Willis taps this down, no one can get a clean handle on it. The umpire will cross his arm and ball it up.
I like the build-up too then that Leongatha did to get that ball inside 50. They just kept possession. They used the ball a lot better than what Terrell did in that first quarter coming inside their 50.
So Willis, tap ball down, grabbed by Terrell, who in turn grabbed by the defender, and although Tripodi was looking for the free kick, he didn't get it. In fact, it was D'Angelo, right half forward flank. Now Willardon feeds it off. Can he find McMahon? He can, but he in turn's found pretty quickly. Turnover taken place, and Leongatha once more into attack. Taken it was Harrigan, feeds it off to Brown, and here they go through Scolters. Needs to go on that left, and he goes long to the left, but couldn't find Dunbar, who was over the back. That man again, Jack Hume, cut it off on the grandstand wing.
So 4 minutes into the second quarter, Hume. The Parrots, they lead at the moment by 37. Good mark by Paddy Island. He's a long way from home. It is a reasonably open forward line in the direction of Garnham and Membry. Garnham! Body strength on Membry was good.
He just wants that contact, Garnham. I was looking at it in pre-game as well. His lower body's so strong. He's got big thighs as well. So he gets very underestimated in a one-on-one contest. Mitch Membry's no slouch. He knows how to do a one-on-one. But geez, he's set up so well then, Garnham. He's setting up for his third.
So into the breeze, something the Maroons couldn't do in the first quarter. Jensen Garnham has put it over the goal umpire's head. Tough conditions, but not today for Leongatha. They are very accurate this afternoon. That's 7 goals, 3 now.
Jack Hume again. He's just this catalyst. I know that far wing, we spoke about the players that are playing on that side there, but Jack Hume's made this wing here, the grandstand side, at Moore Rec Reserve, his own at the moment, and he's just covering so much ground and using the ball so well. Good setup there by the Parrots. There's a little bit of worrying signs here now for the Maroons.
First goal to the highway end. It's come at the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe Racing Club scoreboard sees Leongatha 43 points ahead, 7-3-45 to 2 behinds 2 points.
Leongatha did in 6 minutes what Terrelgan couldn't do in 31, so the signs are starting to be worrying even at this early stage of this 2025 grand final. Ball up to take place. Terrelgan's side of the centre circle. Willis gets a tap. A quick kick from Bill to Heppel, and now it comes out the back. Nicely done too it was. It was taken by Tate Marsh. Feeds it off, gets another kick along the line. Lepraise can't keep that ball in, but it's better to find the boundary than a defended from Leongatha. So right on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary, Traralgon into attack and kicking to the left of radio as we see the game. If you're not here today, ball thrown in. Geez, it goes from 15 metres outside the boundary to inside the forward 50. Nice throw in favouring Traralgon. Can they keep the ball in? They can't, but they do gain valuable meterage. They're 40 metres from home now, but with a lot of work to be done.
A few scoreboard issues here if you are at the ground, but never fear because our man Paul Carter has got things underway here. It's 7-3-45, 2 behinds for the Maroons as Willis taps it over the back. Bowman sweeps a handle across now to Jay Walker. Steps inside the tackler, gets a quick kick high to the wing area, to the half-back area, and Heppel tried a juggling mark, couldn't complete it. And on the outer side of the ground, we've got a boundary throw in.
I just couldn't get an A-grade score as well then too, Scott, so it must be something to do.
No, I can let you know.
Now. Yep.
It is 7-17. Moe are leading there, and that is in the second quarter box.
Good man.
Quick kick forward after Willis got the tap. Nicely done. Clearing the area was Marriott. Now they're going to try to go forward. Is it Little John over the other side, or is it Garnham? Garnham a long way from home. The kick only goes as far as Brown. That wouldn't have been his first preference, but he in turn was dispossessed, and the numbers of Parrots almost flocked like. They got a centre half, or in fact a half forward flank. The kick from Argento only fell in the arms of D'Angelo, who plays on quickly. This is probably one of their cleanest movements. And now Hirrigan grabs the ball. He wants to dance around his opponent. Can he? He cannot. And he's going to be caught with the ball. Good tackle. From 130 to another. Tim Sovereign tackled our man Hirrigan.
Sovereign too. He lagged off McMahon because he's got the job on him as well. As soon as Hirrigan went forward, he went to Hirrigan. So they've just got a little plan worked out there, Parrots.
So they're just trying to hold on to the footy, although nicely done by Jacko McMahon. North gave it back to McMahon. Now Brill becomes the tackler and puts him into the ground. Right in front of us here at the Moorwell Rec Reserve. 8.5 minutes into the second quarter. Tim Sexton's right in front of this one. What do you got down there for us, Timmy?
Oh, President Mel Mackey's just giving some polite instructions, as he usually does every Saturday afternoon.
D'Angelo got it out to Jackson McMahon. He's kick around his body, top of the 50. All the favours in Leongatha with the numbers there in Cade Maskell. And he does it just as good as Ty Hirrigan does at the other end of the ground. He goes lateral a little bit to Hume. And in the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club, it sees a 43-point margin at the moment to Leongatha. Danger signs down the line. Garnham flew, couldn't complete it. McMahon, little toe poke. Scolters on all fours. Bowman becomes the tackler and gives it to Scolters. Now D'Angelo goes in. There's a little bit of push and shove. They want to get rid of a little bit of nervous energy into the second quarter. No ruckman, hits the deck, and Anderson taps it back to Tripodi. Oh, dumped. Left foot didn't go too far. Marriott, the absolute ball, drives it to half forward. It's going to skip out the back. Pelicano's there. Tom McMahon tackles and closes. Ball in dispute. Cunico has it there, and they wrap up. And that is a Heppel on the bottom of the pack.
Let's take nothing away from young Tripodi, but he saw Willis coming at him, and he goes, "Oh, I think I'm going to stop. Yeah, I'm going to stop."
There's no need for Willis and Bowman either. They've got control of this game. They don't want to make the mistake their reserves players did, as Marriott grabs ball from outside 50. Inside looking for Pelicano. A kick around the body. No, it was Garnham. He might get a favourable bounce for his teammate. He does. This could be a Zambrero. No. The kick was a beauty from Paddy Island, but it went across the face of goals. And in fact, went through for a behind.
Taking Leongatha to a 44-point lead, 10 minutes into the second quarter, 7-4-46 to 2 behinds 2 points. Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Bakapa Country, Daniel Hutchison.
Yeah, you can tell the Leongatha have really taken the sting out of this game. Traralgon looked very, very flat down here on the bench. The players that are going on and off the ground have sort of got their heads down and they're a bit huffy and puffy. So Leongatha are very much on top here in this game.
Turnover. Lamers has it, kicks to the point of the square. Ty Hill gets a shocking bounce, but helping him out, Jack Hume puts it through. It's another one for the Leongatha side. The turnover coming out of D50 for the Maroons has turned costly because it's another 6 points. You can tack it on, and we've hit 50 at the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. Big moments right now.
Those goals are worth 3 or 4, but like, I'm glad he's not too huffy and puffy after kicking that goal, Beast. But right now, Leongatha are showing him a clean pair of heels at the moment too, because everything's working their way. It's just the way they're going about it as well. Their pressure inside, what we spoke about pre-game, has been brought back to this game again.
And that, as Darryl said, a 50-point margin, 52-2 at the 11-minute mark.
And Willis clears the area, albeit 15 or 20 minutes. Not the prettiest kick, but effective as far as meterage. Cunico, quick kick around the body. Went searching for, couldn't find a teammate. And again, in close, Leongatha too strong. Nowhere to move for this Traralgon side at the moment.
So Hourigan's forward now as well. Dylan Lopez is forward and Jackson McMahon's gone onto the ball.
And all they need is the ball in the area. And that's the problem they're having at the moment as Leongatha go forward towards the right half forward flank. McMahon's going to try to chase his opponent down and does. Picked up by Scolders. Ooh. Play on's the call. Takes one bounce, can have two. Does. Takes two. Doesn't come back to him. Goes inboard. Ever so sweetly finds McMahon. One of his few touches at this stage. Kicks inside forward 50. He'll look for LaPraise. Got front position, couldn't take the ball. Coming through nicely, though, was Ambler. Pitch one through, the 1-2. This could be pretty. Now Willerton, nowhere to go. Handballs, gives ground, keeps possession. Ambler gets around one.
Great
His kick was smothered. Falls in the hands of Lemurs, who feeds it off, and they clear the area and find the safety of the boundary after some really desperate play.
Yeah, Jay Walker. Yeah, sorry, Pop. Jay Walker with the smother back there, but the defence, Little John was good. And Maskell, very good back there as well, just communicating.
All thrown back in. Wasn't one that the players were expecting, and the umpire.
I just love the work rate of Jack Hume at the moment too. He's running this wing and he's made it his own at the moment. He's covering defensively and offensively as well. So far a great game for Jack.
Willis taps it down to advantage of teammate Kim Drew. He can't find a way through. Heppel, ground level, clever handball, taken high. A throw.
What a throw.
The umpire saw what I didn't because I didn't think it was a throw, but nevertheless, Traralgon need to take whatever they can. Cunico goes towards LaPraise, and the best chance of a goal comes up right now at the 13-minute mark of the second quarter as his side trails by 50 points.
Yeah, they need this.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, gee.
Harry,
good comment.
Yeah, not bad. I think it's an understatement. But anyway, I don't want to get crucified here either. But Jackson Harry just misread that one.
So LaPraise, basically directly in front, gets the Maroons on the board. There's a long way to go, but the journey has started.
But I can tell you right now, and you're right, the journey has started. And the upside for the Traralgon side is they've got so many players that are down at the moment too, right? So if they can actually lift that 5 or 10% right now, get themselves within a respectable margin before half-time, they can get themselves right back into this game.
Margin back to 44 points. We played 14 minutes into the second quarter for Traralgon's first goal to come up on the board. They are 1-8 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, trailing Leongatha 8-4-52.
Well, it certainly was a big understatement, that one, but they desperately need it. Big moments are all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club this afternoon. The dine under the dome, it's back open. And now Hourigan takes some ruck duties in the middle. Marriott, though, gave it to Dyson Heppel. A little chiselling kick to half forward. Garnham slipped over. Argento's on Brown. Brown suckers it off the ground. Towards the boundary line it goes. And helping him out there was Roscoe. And he'll want the ball to go over, and it does now for a boundary throw-in.
So they made the move again. Two now, Scud. Jackson McMahon's gone back forward. Dylan Lopez stays with him. Ty Hourigan goes back on the ball.
Into the ruck, in fact, too, Boxer. So up against Pelicano. They just want their captain to grab these side and just say, follow me, boys. At the moment, though, no one can get a really clean handle on it. Becomes a tackle. Pelicano left it behind. Head over the footy with the Jordan Cunico there and Will Littlejohn. And about 55 metres out now from Leongatha's goal.
Hourigan in the ruck.
Yep. Against Pelicano. Hourigan gets the tap down. Roscoe was there. He's a left footer. Wants to wheel and go. Handballs over the top to Cunico. The handball's got no one forward. Nash was there to pick it off. Gives it to Pelicano. He coughed it up though. Now it's Roscoe without the footy. Heppel tackles him. And Roscoe says, get off me. Do you know who I am? He said. Heppel goes, yes, your name's Blair Roscoe. As he quickly handballs forward to Hourigan. He's going to drive it inside forward 50. Low press to the target on Sovereign. And no, Harry in the end with a strong mark over the back. And Jackson Harry in for his first game for season 2025. Well, that kick is going to go out of bounds on the full.
So Hourigan will need to sum up his options. Going long last time didn't work. He goes laterally. This is risky. And a turnover it is. Nice take by Brill. at centre half back, takes the mark, courageous, going back with the flight of the ball and plays on quickly. Finds teammate Hall now.
In the middle.
Feeds it off quickly. There's plenty of room. Can they find a winner here? Inside their 50. They can't on this occasion. Brown cleans up, goes short. Back to Harrigan, who plays the sweeper role now. He wants to play on quickly. Does Harrigan? Got a couple of short options to his left, but now they've been given up. He goes to his right, centre half forward. Nicely done, D'Argento. Through the corridor, and it's Dunbar. D'Angelo it was to Dunbar, and now to right half forward flank. Willetton's got some room to move. He doesn't need much room as Harvey Neocleus kicks to the top of the square, and Halliburton was, nearly kicked an impossible goal.
Good effort.
Mid-flight, his kick at goal hit the post.
43 points is the lead for Leongatha. They are 8-4-52, leading Traralgon 139 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
So Maskell has the footy in hand. Still in the goal square. Plays onto the outer side as you'd expect. Drop punt kick driving to the outer side. Numbers there favour Traralgon, but Dyson Heppel comes in. He's had a big day so far. Left foot kick out in a little bit of open space. Hourigan on Bowman. Body work from Hourigan was good. Now he goes and wins the footy. He's got a support on the outer side in Jacob Cunico. His kick right off this side of the boot is a barrelling one. Goes out of bounds on the full in front of the Leongatha faithful on the other side of the ground. Harding will have the free kick. The margin at the 17-minute mark of this second quarter is 43 points, if you don't mind. What a start in the grand final.
Dream start. None of us would have expected what we've been delivered today, but that's what good sides are capable of on big occasions, and certainly this is no bigger occasion and no better side than Leongatha at the moment as they go towards the half-forward flank. Good take. They're just clunking anything and everything. A Heppel, is it, that goes inside forward 50, front of the pack. Bowman takes the ball off the pack. Couldn't get that left leg operating. He closed down quickly. Scoldy applied a tackle, and then in the end the ball just bobbles over the boundary 30 metres from Leongatha's goals.
Just watching Dyson Heppel around the ground as well, when the ball's out of his area, he just goes around to every player and talks to him. That experience you just can't buy. He's just making players settle down, making them get into the right positions as well.
Boundary throw in, double tap down by Ireland. Gives a handle across, kick around from Kim Drew. Can't get it coming from right to left. It's a minor score, Paul Carter.
44-point lead, 8-5-53 Leongatha, leading Traralgon 139. Murray Racing Club scoreboard, 19-minute mark, second quarter.
50-metre penalty against Hume. North took the mark, taken late. Innocent enough, really. He had to make contact. In fact, it probably was Ireland as North now goes from the centre of the Moore Rec Reserve out the back of the pack over the top of Laprise. Nicely picked up by Cunico.
Well
went searching for McMahon, but Sovereign's been good. Cut it off nicely and then was good enough to find his teammate in Argento with a nice leg as well. He's got an option inboard and he finds a teammate there in Jack Hume, who's been busy up forward and around the midfield as well. It's 1-2, kick to kick. This bloke hasn't been bad either on all the occasions at ground level, in the air. Sovereign. He's stopped Laprise, he's stopped Harrigan, and he's getting the ball himself as he tries to break through their forward 50. Membry gives to Harrigan, goes over the top, the 1-2. Nicely done, D'Angelo. Here we go, some room finally. And Roscoe on that left leg kicks. It's a chip kick. And underneath, McMahon's 2-on-1. The ball forced to ground. Guess what? Sovereign's going to be there. First player again.
Yeah, good
diving handball finds a teammate, and that's Dyson Heppel.
Yeah, got the 1-2. Harding gave it back to Dyson Heppel on the outer side. Left foot kick to half forward. Target is Ireland. Scolters came over the back. Well rowed by Aaron Heppel. Gives it to Bowman, and Bowman can find Jensen Garnham.
Too easy.
Champagne football from the Leongatha Parrots.
So we just saw what Traralgon should have done with the ball running out of their defensive 50 to what Leongatha just did coming out of their defensive 50. They coughed it up. The skill level wasn't great. The overlap was great, but it was Roscoe's kick that aired it. He kicked it to a 2-on-1, and they just lapped it up, the Leongatha tribe, led by Dyson Heppel.
So Jensen Garnham had 35 goals for the year. He's kicked 3 today in the grand final. On its way. No, he started that far left.
Woo.
and he's just snuck it in for a minor score, Paul Carter.
Taking Leongatha to 8-6-54, ahead by 45 points over Traralgon, 139 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Daniel Hutchison at ground level. Traralgon camp making some moves, are they, or scratching their heads?
Yeah, every time the ball gets over this side, boys, they're trying to make as many interchanges as they can. Particularly Louis D'Angelo spent a little bit of time down here on the bench, but as soon as the ball got over here, it was Louis straight back on the ground, and they're the sort of players they need on the ground to lift this side up.
So the kick goes, finds Scolters. He dropped what he maybe should have taken. It was a tough ask. McMahon under pressure. Every time Leongatha applied the pressure, the ball's spat out. And now D'Argento gives off a quick kick under pressure. Just needs a favourable bounce. And doesn't get it. What's happened? Free kick.
It's downfield. He got dumped after the kick.
So Ty Hall's was
kick up.
He was the kicker.
He was taken after delivery, I'm guessing.
He was hit after, and Garnham was the one that was chasing the ball down and was in the right position to get the kick down the field.
But he did well to stop and not take the advantage because he had a player on him.
So Garnham now this will be goal number 4 ever so easily, and you know, you can call the mistakes at Traralgon, but it's the pressure of Leongatha that is causing the turnover. The pressure perceived or real is too much for this Maroon side at the moment.
So the Traralgon side tried to take a little bit of risk going to the middle of the ground, but the disposal wasn't there. And because of the pressure that Leongatha have brought, and it's the perceived pressure as well, they coughed it up. The only thing that Hall probably could have done better other than get the free kick, was he had Garnham on his own running into an open goal as well, but he went for the goal fortuitously. There you go, Jeebus. I got it.
Match high 51-point lead to Leongatha, 22 minutes into the second quarter. Murray Racing Club scoreboard 9-6-60 to Traralgon 139.
Yeah, but I didn't finish the sentence. Fortuitously, it ended up in Garnham's hands.
Tim Sexton at ground level.
Yeah, look, the Parrots have just done what Traralgon didn't do in the first quarter, and actually have just maintained possession of the ball. They've had a couple of slow plays, and then once they've got the ball under control, have just been able to burn Traralgon on the outside. So just disappointing that the effort there from Traralgon hasn't been there to try and nullify it. And as you said earlier, Boxer, just bombing that ball inside 50 isn't going to work, although they have now thrown Hourigan forward. I'm not sure that I've seen a bloke play in so many positions in one quarter.
Yeah, exactly right. Timmy Sexton for Carpet Country. Anderson in the ruck, bobbled out the back, Drew overran it. D'Angelo was there, quick ball to boot. Goes to half forward, North's got a couple to beat. Jack Hume's been enormous on this near wing. For all thanks to Gippsland Ozuzu Ute, and that kick is perfect to Ty Hall. The Ty Hall has it on the wing area. Talon Brill's there as an option. He's going to go longer towards Big Willis or Garnham. Out the back it goes. Membry tries to claim the mark, and we'll have a stoppage.
What I love about Garnham's game is that he'll compete. He just competes. So anyone that's in his way, they'll know about it if they're going to stay in his hole. And that time then, Jacob Cunico got absolutely crunched.
So Willis tapped it down. Here's Musto, head over the footy, couldn't pick it up in one go. Willardon said, I'll try, but Willis was right there to grab him. And we'll have another stoppage. 24 minutes are gone in this second quarter. 51 points is the margin at the moment for Leongatha. And into the breeze, have kicked 3 goals, 1. They go again. Dyson Heppel, point of the square. Back there was Garnham. It gets out the back. Island and Connor Little. Connor Little will grab it. He'll handball forward now to Cunico. Another forward handball to Marsh. And Marsh can run and carry towards Brown. Does it find him? Not quite. Forrester comes off his man. Kicks it off the boot. Goes to the boundary line. Umpire says no. It's a boundary throw-in on the outer side.
Great work by Forrester. He was on this far wing here, commentary side as well. He worked across, reading the play, and he was right there for the intercept. So really well read there by Forrester.
All right, Willison will do the work against Anderson. Ball front of the contest from that ruck work. Half a dozen plays from either side. Play on's the call. Not much room to move, but Leongatha doesn't need much room, although Heppel could have done with just a smidgen of space before he was dispossessed. Just again goes over the boundary line. 25 minutes gone, second quarter. Leongatha 9-6-60. Traralgon 139. Ball thrown back up. Willis another tap. Traralgon second of the ball more times than not, but this time Cunico tries to burst his way through. Can't get through. Forrester again cut him off. North keeps the ball in, or does he? No, out of play. And there'll be a boundary throw-in. So out of play as he got that kick away. Right half, forward flank. Traralgon into attack. For one of the rare occasions today, we've played an hour of football and they've managed just the 1 goal.
Tap out the back. Aaron Heppel's there, gives a handball to Harding. The True Award and Rudder medal winner kicks towards half forward. Garner went to ground, play on to the umpire. Aaron Heppel's back there again to rove it, kicks it towards half forward, out to the brother bro. And Dyson takes the mark, top of the 50. He turns and looks, goes inboard to Talon Brill. 45 metres out. He's got absolutely zero chance from there. We know that he loves the Zambrero.
Yeah, he'd like a Premiership Cup, but if you put that up against the Zambrero, he would have a moment of doubt.
I'd say never to say never.
Well,
He'll
if he
dance around the man on the mark.
I tell you what, if he kicks it, Poppy, and he does that, he will give us the Zambrero chomp, chomp, chomp. As Talon Brill from 50 metres into the teeth of the breed. No, he does the team thing and passes it off. And nearly a free kick. Rode by Argento. Kicks to the point of the square, running back and trying to keep it in. Couldn't do so back there. Was Heppel, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Point of the goal square. A boundary throw-in will occur at the 27-minute mark of this second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. 51 points, the Parrots lead by.
All right, Anderson needs to win this tap because he'll be under pressure if he doesn't, and he does not. And now all of a sudden it's inside the Leongatha goal square. Quick kick out of the pack. I reckon it's a goal. Don't tell me who kicked it because it was a player within a dozen players, but I reckon it could be Aaron Heppel. Wow, what a goal. Something from nothing. And that's his second, and all of a sudden that lead, Paul Carter, has gone to a most concerning level.
57 points to be exact, Pop, at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. 10-6-66 Leongatha, leading Traralgon 139, and that's on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Interesting to see what Daniel Hutchison has at half-time. He's going to try and get one of their assistant coaches as they're coming off with the this second quarter, but... Gee, what do you say there, Box? It's tough times now.
It would be. You've just got to be upbeat still at the same time, Scud, and I think just remain positive and see what they can manifest at half-time.
Ambler gave it to Cunico. Handball over the top. The free kick will be coming back to Connor Ambler, pushing the back.
There's so many Traralgon players that are down at the moment too, so there's a little bit of upside for them, like I said before, but they've got to find that form. You've got to go find the ball as well.
Tripodi has it now, 60 metres out. McMahon goes to the pocket. He'll chip it over the top. Well, turned over. Sam Forrester takes the intercept mark. You talk of the players just having a bit of a moment. They are having a quiet afternoon as the kick goes high towards the wing. Island couldn't mark. Hall crashed his way through. Lamers gives a handball that was partially smothered. Goes and fights for it again. A quick kick by Little, but it's all Leongatha behind the footy. Jack Hume has it. Drives it back to half forward. Heppel's going to have to fly. Two bites. Takes the mark over the top of Membry.
That is a brilliant mark too, Scott. That'll be 50. No, he had 4 to beat. Like there was 4 Traralgon players there that could have gone at him. He competed and he won the mark.
Heppel goes short to Ty Hall. He's too far out to score. Still a couple of kicks away. Closing in though on half-time siren. Hall hugs the boundary line. A pack will form. Skoltels will try to thump it over. Dunbar roved it. And the outlet kick was okay to Cunico.
So Cunico, defensive 50. Along the line he goes. Out the back's going to be McMahon, beaten in height, but he'll bring the ball to ground. This is where they need a winner. And right on half-time, it probably couldn't come quick enough for the Maroons, who in the 2025 Grand Final are facing one of their more disappointing results a year after celebrating one of their most memorable.
Yeah, 10-6-66. Leongatha lead at 139. That is at half-time. Daniel Hutchison is down at ground level. Jumbo McCulloch's with him.
Yeah, I've got Jumbo. He was lucky. He's very lucky for us to get his time. Jumbo, against that breeze, first quarter, not an ideal start, but with the breeze, probably didn't go to plan.
No, not at all. We're clearly getting beaten around the contest. The midfield, we knew they got bigger bodies than that, and we really set today to try and get the ball moving and on the fly, and that's not happening at all. We've got a massive job.
Probably not at their best today, but there's still plenty of time for them to step up and definitely pull the scoreboard back in favour a little bit.
Yeah, look, the scoreboard looks really ugly, but we've just got the guys have got to realise that we've still got an hour of footy, and anything can happen. We can just, I suppose, this next quarter is really important that we can peg them back by 2 or 3 goals and then put ourselves in position to see where we're at 3/4 time.
Beautiful. All the best, Jumbo. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
If there's 100 minutes of footy, we're going to be here for a long time.
Well, exactly right, because there's about 60 minutes of footy to go. As his third quarter for McDonald's is about to get underway. Leongatha lead it by 57 points as Willis taps it down. Bowman got crunched by Musto and now tries to win the footy. Marriott goes back, gives it to Heppel. He squeezed a handball back out to Aaron. Harding steps around one. The left foot kick goes inside forward 50. Island's the target. Connor Little's there. Bowman does well. Gives a handball to Pelicano. And inside 30 seconds, Pelicano has put it on the croquet arena. But he's missed. It's a minor score. 30 seconds in, Paul Carter.
They're 58 points ahead, 10-7, 67 Leongatha, leading Traralgon 139 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So Hourigan has gone back. Luke Bowman went straight to him as well, and there's no love lost there too because he's going to give him a little bit of a hard time. But Pelicano had a little bit more time than what he thought he might have had then too.
Mitch Membry brings the ball back into play, comes grandstand side, looking for Hourigan, can't find that player. Ambler finds ball and opponent, the opponent being Jackson Harry. Takes both to ground. The umpire takes control. Opening minute, third quarter. Scoreboard, ugly if you're a Traralgon fan, 67-9. But here we go as D'Angelo kicks to open space. Halliburton's going to be the first player there, or so you'd hope. He leads by 5. An unfavourable bounce, but the pace gets him out of trouble, but only for a split second because Leongatha close in quickly, and they do it with numbers. And there'll be a ball up on the right half-forward flank. Leongatha still into attack. A very healthy 58-point lead at half-time. Stands right now in the opening part of this third quarter. Ambler's taken ball and all over the boundary line.
I remember back in the 80s, though, too, if you're in a grand final, I remember the old coaches used to say, if you're far behind, start a fight.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah,
slow them down. I don't know if Traralgon want to do that.
No.
Because Leongatha, I don't know if they'll get him pound for pound.
No.
Not sure it's going to work either way. Quick handball there from Neocleus. Gets Willardon to twist and turn. Tries to get it to McMahon. Ambler has to come and help now. Jordan Kinnico gets his ball to boot. Gets a favourable bounce to Jacko McMahon. But good tackle by Nash. And now the ball's in dispute. Well, for momentarily, Traralgon looked like they had the numbers, but all of a sudden pressure comes from Leongatha and they cause a stoppage. They are so good at coming off their man and so good at stopping the offence that is Traralgon's A-game. Willis taps it over his head. Willardon's there. Squeezed it out to Neocleus. They go inside forward 50, but on his own is Nash to take the mark on this occasion. And he quickly gets it out to Forrester.
So Forrester with that left leg on the right half forward flank will look for a teammate. Plays on quickly. Left leg finds a teammate. Yes, maybe on the half volley. Play on is the call. The player was Aaron Heppel. The umpire takes it off Aaron to ball it up. Outer side wing. Leongatha 10-7. Traralgon 1-3. 3 minutes gone, third quarter. Traralgon need to close in on that score. Seen games before where margins can be turned by a big surge in effort, but it's going to take something pretty serious, and I'm not sure this Traralgon side, or for that matter, this Leongatha side will let it happen. Free kick will go the way of Willerton from Traralgon. Needs to move the ball quickly. Kim Drew was called for dropping the ball or throwing the ball. They go forward inside forward 50. Willis, the big man, holds the ball in. And Matt North held that ball, or held the opponent in at the same time.
Nick Luceno, just quickly, the forward run and link-up handball from Traralgon hasn't been seen today.
No, it hasn't. That's probably one of their biggest strengths as well this year too. But the Leongatha side have been doing it very well. So I could just see the run then. They just started to take off when the ball came out of their defensive 50, but they were just shot down because they're so good defensively at the moment, Leongatha. They're not allowing them to breathe.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The kick goes to the outer side. Bowman tries to fist it towards the boundary line. And now a quick kick, a dumping kick from Connor Little. Well, it's not going to work because it's going to go out of bounds on the full. Tommy Marriott is on that outer side. Still no rain. Tim Sexton at ground level did say a little bit earlier that he thought the rain was coming. Timmy, been okay with the rain?
Yeah, we just had a little sprinkle at half time, but it's, yeah, you wouldn't say no, it's not going to happen, but we might just get through.
Well, here they go, the Maroons. Bowman's handball nearly releasing a teammate, but it was smothered by McMahon. Hourigan gets on the end of it and barrels it back towards half forward. But again, you talk about how they're set up behind the footy. And Walker on this occasion takes the mark, and he Switches it back to Maskell. Now he goes to Marriott. Although missed it, Little John has to come and help. He'll give a handball back to Maskell. A high kick inboard. Someone's going to stand underneath it. It took all the time in the world, and Kim Drew takes an uncontested chest mark.
From right half back flank. You hear some noise in the background. The wind's starting to test this scaffolding. And between me and you, I'm sort of hoping the scaffolding wins. Right half forward flank now, Leongatha into attack.
I got me faith in those big concrete blocks.
Yes.
That's all right. We've got big blocker box set up here. He will keep the structure firmly planted.
Don't worry about
that. Roscoe was contesting the ruck. Nicely done. That's Ambler. Goes inboard to Cunico. Finds Scolters on that left leg. Drills it down the corridor. McMahon has to sit and wait. He does and grabs it beautifully. Now he needs to find a winner here. In fact, McMahon was a player that Dunbar was going to. And McMahon has another go at it. Scolters followed it through beautifully. A handball to the advantage of a teammate there in Neocleus. But he's shut down very, very quickly. 20 metres from goal. Lepraise keeps the ball in front of him. But the press is too much. And it's been taken by Forrester. And he's got a couple of options, one of which is a handball over the top. And the teammate, they work it through beautifully as they weave a pattern through the forward six of Traralgon and then kick to open space as Mitch Membry tries to keep the ball in. He does, but only as far as Heppel, and that's always dangerous as Heppel kicks, threatening the forward 50. It's a one-on-one, and guess what? There's no surprise here as Ireland wins that one and kicks towards goals and just manages a point.
Would you think that he was trying to pass that then to Heppel?
Wasn't sure.
No, having a shot.
He was going for goal.
I think he was hoping the wind was going to bring it back.
10-8-68, Leongatha, 59 points ahead of Traralgon, who were 139 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So he had his eyes set on the Zambera. That's probably what he had his eyes set on.
Well, he might already have it, Boxer. That's the thing, is Hurrigan's kick might be turned over. Dyson Heppel's there as well as Ireland to become the tackler. And we're going to ball up 55 metres out from goal. Traralgon have been urged to not to look at the scoreboard, get some run and carry and just see what happens in 60 minutes. Ambler's there, wins the clearance, barrels it towards the wing area. It's going to be a one-on-one. Maskell tries to spoil Dunbar, and now Cunico can't get it clean. Comes off his shin and goes over for a boundary throw-in right in front of Timmy Sexton at ground level.
Just haven't had any winners today, the Maroons.
No, you're exactly right, Timmy. At ground level, they Leongatha all over him at the moment. Heppel had one hand out as though Ambler handball to Willerton, gives it to Brown, a quick handball to Tripodi, over the top to Halliburton. Now run, Sam, he's in the middle of the rec reserve. He goes to the pocket and he finds a target in Roscoe.
The best setup for the afternoon, Scud, and that's probably only a handful of times we've called Halliburton for the afternoon as well, so he's been well and truly down on his form, and we saw he had some great form the last 2 weeks during this finals campaign, but again, like Timmy said, not enough winners here for the Traralgon side, but then that's a positive sign too, their build-up.
So Blair Roscoe comes in. The side only has one. It's a much-needed time to kick a goal. Blair Roscoe has pushed it to the far side. 8 minutes into the third quarter. They needed it then for the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard now reads
1-4-10 Traralgon, trailing Leongatha 10-8-68. 2 behind to Leongatha, 1 to Traralgon for this quarter, no goals.
Yeah, well, I reckon Traralgon came with 1 goal in mind, but this isn't exactly what they were thinking.
Yes,
so,
spot on.
Leongatha to bring the ball back into play. 8 3/4 minutes gone, third quarter. The margin, 58 points as you heard from Paul Carter. Ball brought back in. The zone from Leongatha finds Hume short. Defensive 50. They work hard with or without the ball. Hume kicks to the advantage of Ireland. Out the back, Heppel takes the mark. Who says he shouldn't be playing AFL? And plays on quickly. Maybe pushed a bit too hard. Caught right at the last moment. Coming through nicely there, but giving away the free kick was Mitchy Musto.
Yep. Him, Drew, he is just a beast. What a great mark it was then too. Isn't it pretty handy when your own Leongatha supporters said what a crap mark that was as well.
So Kim Drew drives it inside forward 50. The big pack and a big spoil by Hurrigan. It comes to ground. Ireland tried to tap it out to a teammate. Head over it was Connor Little. He coughed it up. Argento gives it to Ty Hall. One more handball in the chain to Ireland to kick around the body. And last line there was Ty Hurrigan. He's going to quickly move it. A handball over the top to Brown. Brown's on the left. He's going to come back on the left. Runs a long way. Gives it to Little. Gives it to Willerton. Gets around to tackle it back to Brown. This is a run, but the turnover has occurred. Brell snaps it around his body, looks for the boundary line in front of Heppel. And the big crowd at the Morwell deck here this afternoon. It was Bowman in the end. And Leongatha lead by 58 points.
I reckon Tarragona might be hoping that they could go home, go back to bed, wake up.
And so was that a
start
nightmare?
again?
Ball thrown back in. Front of the pack. Here we go. Heppel reads it beautifully. Goals fantastically. And Leongatha open up Tarragona in a vicious way.
They got smacked again at the stoppage as well. So they're getting absolutely mutilated at the contest. Oh, what happened here? So we've just had Louis D'Angelo run into Kim Drew. I don't know if that was fully intentional, but it didn't look good either. But a great goal there by Dyson Heppel.
11-8-74, the Parrots, 64 points ahead of Traralgon, 1-4-10 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, and we almost played 11 minutes of the second quarter.
Timmy Sexton, that was right in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a bit of angst as they were coming off, but yeah, the professional Kim Drew just gets back up and just wandered off without remonstrating at all there. Got plenty of advice though from the Leongatha crowd, did the Traralgon boys as they were coming off.
So Dunbar gave a quick clearance handball to Neocleus, and then Connor Ambler drives it to half forward, but good support back there for the Parrots. Nash took on the tackler, gave it to Walker, back to Nash, and now he's kicked to the wing, looking for Argento, finding him on the bounce. He keeps it in the field of play. No, he doesn't. I think the wind blew him over. And right in front of the gum tree here at Morwell Rec Reserve. Every ground has one.
I'm surprised Timmy can see over the coach's box there. Can he?
He's a good size. He had a bit of a growth spurt during winter.
He did he? Oh, he's got some. Oh, he's got some inserts in his shoes as well.
64 points. The Parrots lead by Dyson Heppel getting the opening goal of this third quarter. It took 11 minutes. But they are in total control at the moment, this Leongatha side. It's their 9th consecutive grand final.
Incredible.
They've won 4 in that period. They're looking to add another one.
You know how even the performance is too, Scud, is that we haven't really called Marriott so much, and all the players that we've relied on over the years, it's been such an even spread of contributors this afternoon.
Yeah, Sovereign's been good. Jack Hume's been good in 2.5 quarters of footy. Of course, we got the duties to give our best on ground, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, but also one of the medals this afternoon. We'll work on that throughout the afternoon.
All right, Marriott finds the handball, the player that we expect just to be an honest effort, and that's always the case, as Tate Mars can't keep that ball into play. Marriott got a little handball out. 12.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Traralgon were hoping to close the margin. It has opened up, but not by a lot, but by enough for Leongatha to enter that last quarter safely. As it stands right now, they go forward and find the boundary again. So at the intersection of forward 50 and boundary, that's Leongatha into attack, kicking the favoured wind end. The wind hasn't really let up for most of the afternoon. And Leongatha, through great play all over the ground, have obtained what looks to be a match-winning lead. Ball thrown back in. Oh, taken high, I thought there. Leongatha thought it was. Reckon.
Yep.
Can you pick it out for me? Argento, you think? So Argento's the player. Goes on, plays quickly, and a lack of concentration opens up the door for Aaron Heppel to have the opportunity to kick his third of the afternoon.
And his brother wants to kick as well too. Dyson just floated in just to open space there in the pocket and said, give it to me, I'll have another go.
He might just get it too now. He might get it again. No one's gone to him.
Heppel directly in front, 40 metres out. They've been hot all day, but not on this occasion. Another behind Paul Carter.
65-point lead to Leongatha, 14 minutes into the third quarter. They're 11-9-75 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Traralgon 1-4-10.
Maybe he should have given it to the brother. Nick Lucchino.
Quickly ground to grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the A-grade netball, and it is Moe 57. They lead Warrigal 51.
All right, that is a big game there in A-grade netball. Moe are looking for 3 in a row.
50-metre penalty against Bowman. Gives Harrigan an opportunity from the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve. He goes inside, or threatens a forward 50 at least. It looked as though LaPrade was his target, but at ground level it's Brill. Picks it up, gets rid of opponent, kicks the space. They can just about walk this one in. Can they? Can he get around? He can. He bounced off 2 Traralgon defenders and then fed it off and walked it home. And what a goal it was too to Xavier Lamers.
Lamers. We can't go Lamers, it's Lamers.
It's Lamers.
We've been slayed all year for that puppy.
Lamers. That'll be
not on grand final day.
No. That'll be on the highlight reel, definitely on Monday when they're at Mad Monday. Looking at the video when they celebrate this win now, it's totally impossible for the Maroons to come back, but just a nice shared goal again. And they just
How good was Aaron Heppel?
Just Aaron Heppel, just cool, calm and collected.
Not even a comeback like 1985. Pop was going to win this one for Traralgon. 12-9-81, Liam Gather, 71 points ahead.
D'Angelo gave it to Tommy McMahon, half-forward kick. North couldn't complete the mark. Aaron Heppel's there again. Got a handball away. Out to open space. Ty Hall has to fight with Brown. The Oakleys will come to help. Ambler's there now for the Maroons. Chisel's run in forward 50. Just missed Musto. Coming out now to meet it was Forrester, but he slipped over. So did Lopez. And Jackson Harry will see it over for a boundary throw-in.
Jackson Harry, what a story that is as well. And I think Dill's only had probably one kick, one goal for the afternoon as well. He's been starved of opportunities. Let's not get that wrong either. But Jackson Harry, what a story that is.
71-point margin in this grand final, 16-minute mark of the third quarter. Harry gave a quick one to Sovereign. Handballs over his shoulder, looking for Hume and couldn't find it. And we'll have another boundary throw-in. Leongatha kicking with a breeze in the third quarter. They've managed 2 goals to get the margin out to 71. It was 57 at half-time. Again, Willis with a tap down. Running onto it there was Heppel. Dives on the footy. Tries to get it out. Brill gives a forward handball to Dyson Heppel. He's on his left. And the right left foot kick goes towards Garnham. Membry goes up. Ball comes to ground. Scolters is there. Handball over the top to Hourigan. Hourigan's going to stop and prop. Kick to the outer side. There's a free kick. Or a mark in the end, taken by Marsh. Marsh goes to
short.
Ambler.
To Ambler, he does, and Ambler plays on quickly to Membry. Goes down the corridor, but too good. Marriott takes a nice strong mark in a pack of players and then plays on quickly. That's been the order of the day as Ireland presents left half forward flank. Got a teammate to his left. Goes longer. Inside forward 50. Good punched. Front of the pack. Brill came through to rove it. Who's first there? Brown keeps it in. Does he? Yes, he does. Looks as though he nearly gave birth to a Leongatha opponent then, but he didn't. He rode the big fella Jensen Garnham into the ground, and there'll be a ball up. The margin 71 points, but nowhere near the biggest winning margin that these two sides have had at separate occasions. I'll tell you about that at the three-quarter time break.
Did I mention that the best on ground too today gets a laptop as well? I don't know what type it is, but...
Where'd you pull that one from?
I don't know, it was in the benchy.
You can't sell everything, Boxer.
No, we're not selling it. We're going to give it to the best player on the ground.
Right, okay. Brill trying to crash his way through from the stoppage. Couldn't do so. Daniel Hutchison for Kappa Country at ground level.
Yeah, I've had to move just over towards the scoreboard there, boys. I didn't want the Traralgon supporters to hear what I'm about to say, but every player that comes off for Traralgon just very dejected. I think they know this game's all but done. There is one party going on down here. It's down in the pocket. The boys have got the music blaring down there, so they've got something to celebrate down in the pocket. That's about it, though, for Traralgon.
All right, the only victory at the moment for Traralgon is the 15 and under netball, as they've lost both the football games, but no doubt the boys will continue to support their Traralgon side. It's been a tough day for them. As we said, 71 points is the margin for Leongatha, in total control at the moment. Big moments are all thanks to them all. Bowling Club, they want another one. They sense a kill and they want to put one through now at about the 18-minute mark. They can't do on this occasion. We'll get another stoppage.
We have just 20 metres from Leongatha's goals, kicking to the city end. All 36 players in one half of the ground. In fact, almost in 1/3 of the ground, almost. As Leongatha press forward with the benefit of a breeze now rather than a really strong wind. Seems as though it may have dropped just marginally. Here's a big chance. No, good pressure from Traralgon. The umpire will clear this one out, normally with a free kick. About another 3 or 4 bounces. Brill comes through. He can see her. He can see her, Zambrero.
Gee.
But it was a mirage. He feeds it off. And again, a tackle. Oh, just for a moment. His eyes lit up and there was a burrito in the left eye and a taco in the right.
Stoppage. Point of the square. Big tap by Roscoe. Hard up on the boundary line. Bump there. Good was from Brown on Aaron Heppel. Both will take a little while to get up, as there's a free kick being paid there against Heppel. He must have got pinged for holding the footy, did he? So Willerton will come to the near side, the grandstand side here at Morwell. Target will be Lopez. Big fist comes from Pelicano. Lamer's handballs across. It was picked off by Neocleus. And now Lopez's kick was smothered. A chain of handballs. Cunico's in trouble as well. But good work by Dunbar to support. Goes short to McMahon. Open forward line. Wants to go to Marsh. Does he get out the back? Mashka will close. Marsh will take the chest mark. And on a tight angle, 45 metres out, this is a tough shot from goal from here.
He hasn't got a hope, Scud. He hasn't got a hope. He should have done something with it a lot quicker than what he did then.
Why is that, Boxer? Tell us why. Explain to the listeners.
Jordan Cunico was on the move inside forward 50. It was just a kick over the top. He's 50 out right now against the breeze in the dead pocket.
So the breeze going from his right shoulder to left. This will push it across the face of goal. Marsh on its way.
Oops.
And it drifts. Exactly what you said. Boxer didn't quite make the distance in the end. And there's a mark here being paid in the goal square.
Hurricanes come down from fullback to be in that contest.
And Hurricanes going to waste no time, Boxer. Chip it over the goal umpire's head for a goal.
Yeah, great movement.
They're second.
They're second for the afternoon, so a long time between drinks as well. But again, the ball probably could have been moved a lot quicker. They got the goal in the end. So, boo me. But at the same time, you know, they've had to work hard for that goal. And they've done it through Ty Hurrigan.
And that's Traralgon's first goal to the highway end in this match, taking the 2 goals for 16, trailing Leongatha by 65 points. The Parrots are 12,981. All that on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So Traralgon closing in on their lowest ever score, which was 1 goal 14 for a total of 20 in 2003.
Wow.
At the moment, they're 2 goals for 16 in this grand final.
Dyson Heppel had it, lost it. Play on to the umpire. Cunico said, I'll drive it inside forward 50 again. Out the back, Lopez can't complete it. Ambler there with Nash. Ambler, snap around the body. Looks good from here, but just drifting across with that breeze. It's a minor score, but they've had repeat entries inside forward 50. First time for a long time.
Did you just spend the corner of Paul Carter's gold record?
No, I did not.
So the margin sits at 64 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Monopoly is back as Maskell come to the near side. Heppel again goes up. Out the back, though.
Free kick. Traralgon's way.
Yeah,
should be.
He's caught a block. Yep, he's caught a block. So there was forward up, but Garnham held his ground, and it was just deemed to be a block.
So Jordan Cunico will look to put it back inside forward 50. They come to the pocket. Lopez is there. Can't complete the mark. Nash taps it over the back. Halliburton roved it. And from the boundary line, snapping around the body. Musto takes the mark. Right on the boundary line.
I wonder if Beast is in that crowd there too, having a bit of a disco with the young fellas.
He's close enough. Beast.
Very cool.
You got a good angle on this one?
I am pretty close, mate. Look, it's going to be a tough kick from here. That wind, I think, if he doesn't, I can't even think he can hang it right because the wind's that strong, as you just seen then. So, yeah, tough pocket to kick from, even with the crowd behind you.
Great call there, Daniel Hutchison. Minor score, Paul Carter.
2-6-18, Traralgon trailing Leongatha 12-9-81.
So Maskell to bring the ball back into play on that left leg. Goes towards the right back pocket where his option is Harding. Still in defensive 50. He looks up the ground as Harding. Got a few left footers in this side, haven't they? Leongatha side. Goes along towards the outer side. The boundary will be the winner here, and that doesn't hurt Traralgon. They've got time to set up. So the outer side of the ground.
Should ask Timmy how that breeze is going, actually.
How is that breeze going, Timmy, down there?
Yeah, it's going across the ground in the same thing. The wing socket's still going there. It's not as gusty as what it was earlier on in the game, but it's still going to the left of radio.
All right.
Sun shining. Sun shining this afternoon as a handballer from Harding over the shoulder. Tries to release a teammate. And Willardon's out there trying to fight hard for his Traralgon side. But it's tough going for the Maroons. It's been a tough afternoon. Conditions, well, considering we've had a bit of breeze, a strong breeze, but no rain.
The ferocity of Leongatha has just gone off a touch, which has allowed Traralgon to get a few more opportunities. Not a lot, but just enough.
So Lamers puts a good tackle on Brown. Now Ty Hall's there to win it. Gives a handball to Lamers. His high kick will go inside forward 50. Big pack and a big spoil. Out the back, though. Nicely done. It was from Bowman to kick around his body. Jacob Cunico takes the mark and releases Hurrigan, who can switch it out towards Scolters. He's got one over the top by hand. It's Jordan Cunico. He wants the runner to go back, and Scolters does just that. Kick towards Anderson. Continue the run. This looks better from the Maroons, although Dunbar's kick was smothered. Allows Kim Drew to come in and get a handball away, which was picked up now by Dunbar.
So Dunbar goes short again. Nicely done. Geez, they're just fumbling what they normally wouldn't. And Tripodi overrun that one. And now the release handball from Ireland opens up the door for his teammate in Lamers. Lamers from right half forward flank. Can he make something out of it? No, he can't. And now McMahon feeds it off nicely down Brown. In fact, Membry gives it off and they'll work it out this time through Neocleus. And Brown on that left leg goes for the leading McMahon and can't find that player. Cut off again by I like this bloke today, Sovereign.
He's been very good.
Yeah. No frills, just does the job and does it very well as he goes short towards the outer side of the ground.
So Ben Harding. 25 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter for McDonald's. Monopoly is back as Ben Harding kicks down the line to Ireland. Can't complete the mark. We've got a boundary throw in.
Isn't a boxer every laughs over every little fumble that we do?
Monopoly.
Yeah.
No, he said Monopoly.
Yeah. Sorry, Nick Lacino.
No, but hang on. My English has been questioned the whole afternoon.
No, that's not
correct.
It's the whole
correct.
Yes.
Yep. How long you been doing it for?
Yeah.
Yep, the past 15 years.
15 years.
That'll do it. D'Angelo won the stoppage, but the clearance goes straight to Maskell. So 26 minutes have passed, a 63-point margin. It was 57 at halftime. Harding has it on the outer side, steps around Dunbar, only just to Walker. And now he's under pressure to Littlejohn. Back to Harding. A high upside-down drop punt kick will be turned over by Joel Scolters, who takes the intercept mark. Comes inboard, trying to get some run. A spoil from Jack Hume. Rove, though, by Neocleus. Couldn't be clean with the hands. And now he forces a handball forward. Forrester was out the back to mop it up for the Parrots. Kicks to the top of the 50. And now Ireland has to fight with a couple of small rovers. And one of those was Cunico. And he slaps it towards the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Ben Harding.
Over. Oops, sorry.
Ben Harding showing his form this quarter, 11 disposals in this term.
Yeah, Traralgon, every time they find an escape route, there's a Lee and Gather security blocking the door, isn't it? They just cannot get anything going. They've had 3 or 4, surges, but it hasn't been a terrible quarter, but to date it's been a terrible game as the ball now left half forward flank, or in fact right half forward flank, Marriott around the body. Inside forward 50, Ireland tried to tuck it in one hand. Hall, can he thread a handball through? He could, but his teammate was tackled nicely and there'll be a ball up. 40 metres from Lee and Gather's goals. We've played 27 and a half minutes of this third quarter. Lee and Gather's premiership, they just got to go through the motions now for the next 35 minutes and they'll be celebrating what's been another magnificent year for this magnificent club.
So ball on the outer side, inside forward 50. And Anderson tapped it down. Cunico with a quick kick, although trying to get boot the ball there was Walker. He got pinged for holding the footy and Willerton will take the free kick. So Willerton drives it to the wing area. Roscoe's there, couldn't complete it. Forrester's been good just to mop things up this afternoon. Ripped off the footy and a big pack will form on the outer side. Tim Sexton for Carpet Country.
Yeah, the Lee and Gather boys are just slowly rolling through their interchange benches, but they're just taking their time. Jackson Harry's been off for most of this back end of this third quarter, and I would imagine that he will have limited time in that last quarter as well.
Thanks very much. Tim Sexton down at ground level for Carpet Country this afternoon. Nick Lacino, A-grade netball, is it finished over there or still going?
It definitely is, but they've cleared the scoreboard, so I'm just trying to get that now on HQ.
And just a shout out to our National MP Danny O'Brien, who says to me, loving the call, fellas, another stellar performance from the Parrots. Can't see a 1985 miracle today, Poppy. So even the Pollies are taking the P155. Good on you, Danny.
They go inside forward 50, the Maroons, and Lopez takes a strong contested mark, or chopping the arms as it might have been called from the umpire. It is directly in front, and Traralgon look to get back-to-back goals with the margin for them. Unfortunately, sits at 63 points. I'll tell you what will happen. Maybe not just yet because we're just closing in on three-quarter time, but what you'll find is the Lee and Gather supporters in this final quarter, when it rolls in, will just start to swarm around Timmy. So he's down at ground level. As Lopez comes in, we'll get through this goal in a moment. Lopez has got a couple this afternoon. Minimal celebration from the Traralgon Maroons, but Lopez has got 2.
They've already started, important goal there for the Maroons, and they need to keep running this now. But the Parrot netballers have rolled on in, and it's just slowly building. And I reckon that three-quarter time huddle, most of them will just come towards the change rooms once that's finished.
Margin now back to 57 points in Leongatha's favour, almost at three-quarter time. 12-9-81 the Parrots, at 3-6-24 Traralgon. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
And I've got that A-grade score in the grand final today, and it's all over as the siren goes for three-quarter time here at Moore Rec Reserve. And it was Moe 63. They were victors and premiers over Warragul 59.
Thank you very much, Nick Lucena. As you just heard, it was the three-quarter time siren. Leongatha 12-9-81, Traralgon 3-6-24. The margin sits at 57 points in this 2025 Alinta Energy Gippsland League Grand Final, right here on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. It's all been thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. We've got one to go.
Three quarters.
All right, thanks very much, Timmy Sexton. We'll get to Daniel's three-quarter time information out of Traralgon, but this final quarter is underway for Harvey Norman Computers.
So Willis gets the tap, finds Marriott. He turns and tries to release, cannot. Tackled by two or three, one of which was Ambler, and the umpire take control. So the margin, if you've just tuned in, isn't pretty. It's 57 points favouring Leongatha. They've been in control all day, and probably the best that Traralgon can hope for just at the minute is put some respectability in the scoreboard. It won't make them feel a whole lot better, but in the years to come, they'll look at the scoreboard and go, well, that wasn't too bad. If they talk to me, I'll tell them what I saw, and it wasn't great. Ball now goes forward. Left half forward flank for Traralgon. Marriott, bottom of the pack. In fact, it wasn't Marriott, it was Jay Walker.
So Ty Hurrigan's gone forward. He's picked up by Timmy Sovereign at the moment, so not Luke Bowman.
As you heard from Paul Carter, Hurrigan the leading possession getter, 20 possessions to date at three-quarter time, but it's really hard to select a Traralgon player that has done beyond his expectations.
No, exactly right. A great rove there from that stoppage from Dyson Heppel. He has been very good. Kicks out into open space. It's Talon Brill and a foot race with Cooper Brown. A little toe poke off the ground. Brill goes to ground, pops back up, kicks around the body to open space. Ty Hall might fly for this one. Back with a flight. Aaron Heppel tapped it, handballed forward, and slamming it home is Paddy Island. And celebrates with the aeroplane. Around the boundary line he goes. 1.5 minutes in. The margin's at 63 points. The Parrots are on their way again.
What brilliant play there by Aaron Heppel. You know, he just read the play beautifully. Just he was in midair. Hall probably could have cleaned him up as well while they were both going to compete for it, but he was just so committed to the ball, and it was just the composure that won him over at the end of the day. The handball out, another goal. That's why they celebrated so hard on the Leongatha bench. And
it's, as Darryl said, 63 points ahead, 2 minutes into the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. It's 13-9-87 Leongatha, 3-6-24 Traralgon.
So a big margin, not their biggest. Leongatha's biggest grand final winning margin was over 20 goals, but wow, that was a decade and a half ago. Back in, I can't remember, about 2009.
Okay.
Looking through Paul Carter's stats as I was earlier, but then forgetting them rather than writing them down. Anderson got the tap, coming through nicely. D'Angelo has ball, he's taken.
If I was Paul Carter, I wouldn't give you that book back either.
No. Here we go. Willis, contest again. He just holds his opposing ruckman out with one hand. Heppel came through, taken high. Yet another touch for Dyson Heppel. He plays on, and standing rule just opens up the door, doesn't it, for the ball carrier. Kicks, but Cunico cuts that off at the half-back flank. His left leg needs to be spot on. McMahon, it was a slip-slide catch. Nash came through, picked it up. Another touch for Heppel. Beautifully manoeuvred out, but Hume's handball went searching for Gunn and couldn't find that player. So it's out of play. Grandstand side, commentary side of the Morwell Rec Reserve. And it's Leongatha. 3 minutes into the last quarter, 13-9, Traralgon 3-6. Supporters and players alike have got an opportunity to enjoy the last 15 or 20 minutes of Leongatha's performance to date. Whereas you'd like to see a grand final go down to the last kick. It doesn't look like today's going to be today, because going in forward now is Drew. Can he find a teammate? He can. Nicely done. Island
look at this.
Centres it up and ever so easily finds Harding 40 metres out on the slightest of angles, and usually that left leg of his is deadly. And if it is, well, they've scored the first two goals of this last quarter if he can convert this one.
He's had a good afternoon, Paul Carter. Ben Harding.
Certainly has it. This is his 22nd disposal.
Of course, the winner of the Trude Award and Rodder Medal in season 2025 for the Gippsland League.
So Harding from 40 metres off the boot looks nice. It held up by the wind, falls to the front of the pack. And there is a sweet little goal by Patrick Island. Something out of nothing, despite the arguments of Tarralgon. And why would you bother? Go to crypto.com and the umpire says
Crypto.com.
bang, goal, there we go.
Two fingers
Were
as
the
well.
Tarralgon defenders asking to go to the arc, were they?
Yes.
14.993 Tarralgon, 69 points to the better of Tarralgon, who are 3.624.
He definitely has now. He'd be a contender now too for the Zambrero goal of the afternoon too, I would think.
Yes, very much so. He might just have it wrapped up, Paddy. He's opened up this final quarter with 2 goals. $69 points is the margin. Back to the middle they go. Roscoe tapped it down. Kim Drew's there. In the middle of the ground. So Kim Drew for the Parrots. I tell you what, the boys down at ground level, they're about to get swamped. We've got our eyes on a couple of Leongatha supporters. Timmy Sexton, I'll get to you in a moment. You know who I'm talking about. The kick goes towards Tommy Marriott, who had a serious leg injury, foot injury throughout the middle part of the year. Great to see him back. He's going to be another premiership player for this Leongatha side. Meanwhile, the Maroons get it to half-back where Matt North has it. Chips it over the top. Willerton went one hand, couldn't complete it. Good forward handball though, found Scolters. Gives one to D'Angelo. Bit of open space on the outer side. Delivers inside towards Lopez. Can't complete it. Maskell's back there. They work well to Harry. That's Jackson Harry. Now Nash can get it and get it to the near side where Jack Hume can take the mark. Tim Sexton down at ground level. Who have you got your eyes on in terms of celebration?
No, my man Blake Van Roy. He's well and truly primed and ready to go. And he's it was a couple of years ago that he did the jump over the fence in some interesting attire, and he's advised me that he's got him ready to go again.
Oh dear.
Timmy, do you reckon you can get
That was a warm day and it was the size of a jelly bean. I don't want to say that.
can you grab Mel Mackey instead? We'll have Mel Mackey, eh? We'll do that.
Well, I'll try and find Mel. He's gone. He was at the very front for the first half, and he's just, as he does, he just slowly moved towards back to the change room. So
I've got an idea. Why don't you tell Blake Van Roy to give those that little budgie smugglers that he's got and give it to Mel Mackey. Let's see how that goes. We'll get back down at ground level shortly. Tim Sexton down there. We've got a stoppage on the outer side. You haven't missed too much as Willis taps it forward. Handball from Connor Ambler over the top. Marriott will close and put a tackle on Marsh. And we'll have a ball up 60 metres out from Leongatha's goal. Do you reckon the president of Leongatha would do that? The smugglers on with nothing else on except the budgies and out in the middle of the Wawa Rec Reserve celebrating with the Parrots.
I don't reckon he'll do it today.
They go forward. Kim Drew's little kick. Talon Brill's all on his own, but it bounced the wrong way. He's desperately after the Zambrero. Mitch Membry will relieve the pressure for the moment. Gets it to the middle. Halliburton fumbled it and lost the footy to Jay Walker. And now through the middle, out towards the Bear in Benny Willis. Gives a handball to Dyson Heppel, who chisels a pass to Aaron Heppel. I'll tell you what, the Heppels are having fun out there on a Saturday afternoon on grand final day.
It's that brother intuition, isn't it? Like, you just see it all the time. We see it in different teams as well with when brothers are playing together. They just look for each other. The Dacos brothers do the same thing. It's just an incredible kick. But the thing about Leongatha is they haven't let up. The tackle in pressure just inside here, 2 by young Walker, was absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
Well, could we have 2 medals on grand final day? We award one of them. I think the umpires award the other. Could brothers take home the medals each as Aaron Heppel looking for 3. He celebrates. He puts his arms up in the air and they rush to him as Aaron Heppel has 3 goals now this afternoon and the margin's out to 75.
So this is when you really enjoy the game now too, Scud. This is when you really enjoy it. You know you've got it won. You can actually back off a little bit too and enjoy the whole part of it now all the way through to the very end. And you can see that right now with all the celebrations that the Leongatha players have just had. But they're workmanlike. They're getting back through to the middle of the ground.
And it's, as Darryl said, 75-point margin, 8 minutes into the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, 15-9-99 at Leongatha. It's a 3-6 24.
So Tyler Henderson gets the tap out, gives it to Cunico, to Skoltes, and under pressure towards half-forward flank, North caught out of position. Good mark it was by Kate Maskell, left half-back flank.
Daniel Hutchison at ground level. Who have you got for us down there, Beast?
Well, I do have the Blake Van Roy here with me, and I just said, where are the budgie smugglers? Are they coming out, or is the rumour true you've given them to Mel Mackey and he's going to run them out this year?
No, I've given them to Mel Mackey this year. He's going to take over from me. But, boys, this is incredible, isn't it?
And the boys are saying Mel probably's got you covered too from that little jelly bean last year that you had.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing running out in that last year. But, geez, this is good. This is unbelievable, boys. There's no club like us.
Well, the supporters are certainly celebrating nice and early. This is 9-minute mark of the final quarter, mind you. Jack Hume had a huge rundown tackle on Cunico. He got rewarded with holding the footy. Goes out to Drew, to Ty Hall. A forward handball to the runner in Argento. And a right foot kick towards Aaron Heppel. But McMahon, in the end, puts it over the boundary line. That's Tom McMahon. We've got a boundary throw in 60 metres out.
He probably could have blamed the weather 2 years ago being a jelly bean. I reckon today, how cold it is, it could have been a chickpea. It could have been anything.
We're just going to send the message down to get Talon Brill back out on the ground. He's on the boundary line. Timmy Sexton, can you just yell out to him? Yell out to Talon Brill.
On the ground.
We got the Zambrero.
We've got the Zambrero ready for you.
As Timmy Sexton's giving you advice, they go forward, the Parrots. Bowman takes the mark in the middle. He's going to turn and go. He looks up and he goes inside. Forward 50. Garnham's going to launch. Little comes over the back. Ground level there was Argento. Tripodi tries to shuffle a handball out. And Heppel becomes the tackler with Garnham. We've got a stoppage inside forward 50. 10.5 minutes gone in the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. And it's a healthy one for the Parrots. 75-point margin. Stoppage. Pelicano got it out to Hall. And now Bowman on the left, bouncing over the top of the head there of Argento. Membry comes out to meet it and gives a handball off to McMahon. And now to Neocleus.
So Neocleus now has got a spare player. Nicely done, finds Cunico. Draws the player, then kicks over the top. McMahon with all the room in the world, but not a lot of time. Kicked usually good. And this time, geez, it was probably too good for LaPrace. It was a bullet-like pass which he couldn't take, and now Willis does the work of a rover, gives ground, keeps possession to Harding. He in turn handballs off, and now they'll work it out through Cade Maskell.
Got it out to Nash. His kick over the top might be turned over though. Ambler tries to get it back to Neocleus. Walker squeeze one's back, and they got numbers back there. Harding gets it onto that left boot, goes towards the wing. Garner with a big fly, can't mark it. Argento at ground level, they've got numbers everywhere. Back to Harding, and then on the left foot to the wing area. Hall will go back, but a big fly. Dyson Heppel.
Goodness gracious.
Wowee. Takes a hanger on the outer side, and he goes short inboard to Argento.
He's the sort of player, Heppel, who could make it at the next level.
Yeah, he could. A slick handball to Garnham over the top to Hall, and he's can't quite get a hand on it. And it goes over for a boundary throw.
Yeah, Poppy. But isn't it amazing where you can look like your time spent at one level, you come back a cog, and you're above this level.
Yeah.
Like he just looks like he's a youngster out there.
And he won his first final in the second semi-final for Leongatha ever in his football career. He's going to win 2 finals in a row. They just, when they're hot, they're hot.
Yep.
Or when you play for Essendon, they're not.
That's right.
He'll be loving this, though, with his brother.
Or you could play for Geelong.
You couldn't just keep winning them, you reckon, Boxer?
I reckon you could.
Maskell out wide now to Harding. Harding's left foot kick to that man Heppel all on his own. Here's Dyson. He looks up. He wants a forward to lead at him, and he goes in the direction of Aaron. Can't complete the mark, but over the back, Garnham. He read it better than everybody else. Skolters couldn't get a hand on it. And Jensen Garnham has taken a grab. He's got another shot on goal. He's got 4 this afternoon. He hasn't kicked one in the second half. He's had a quiet second half, but he has 4. 13 minutes have gone, final quarter. Margin at 75. It's a blowout. And Leongatha don't care either way. Garnham for 5. Not at the moment. Minor score, Paul Carter.
And it has brought up the 100. 15, 10, 100, Leongatha. They're leading by 76 points over Traralgon, 3-6-24. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, 13.5-minute mark, final term.
Remember, he brings the ball back into play. Good play. Found Anderson on the outer side. In fact, it's LaPraze who handballs quickly. They do it nicely. They've got the runners. Cunico over the top. And for one of the rare moments, they've just found spare players all the way down the field until they get inside their forward 50, and it breaks down courtesy of the pressure. That one was nicely done by Jacob Cunico, who plays on quickly, and he find a winner here. He can, McMahon. Well, we said this particular pocket you could not score a goal from, but we did see Garnham earlier in the day. Let's see if we can see McMahon.
Well, if he matches what Garnham did, how do we split the Zambrero? Do we give 2?
No,
okay.
You need to give to the winning player. All right, here we go. McMahon. Tough kick, 40 metres, 45 possibly. Against the breeze, gives it some air, lets the air do the work. And I tell you what, he's done it.
That's an easy spot to kick goals.
And the crowd, as you hear, has gone crazy. Isn't that terrible? Nice goal, Jackson.
Traralgon 4-6-30, trailing by 70 points. Leongatha 15-10, 100. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard coming up to the 15-minute mark of the final quarter.
And I'll just quickly, quickly around the grounds for our A-grade netball this afternoon. And Maui have made it 3 in a row. 63, they defeated Warragul today, 59 in a real close contest.
All right, of course, back to the middle here.
I should do the same, actually.
And they go again. They tap it down to Anderson. Marriott wins it though. Turns and goes. Onto the right foot he goes. Half forward. Argento's the target. Scolters tried to go back and complete the mark. Couldn't do so. Argento roved it. Arched the back. Lost the foot. He fights for it. And now quickly McMahon gives it inboard to Cunico. And now they turn and go. And kick to this near side. The target is Roscoe. He finds him. And Roscoe looks up. He'll kick down the line towards Hourigan. Out the back, though, was Benny Willis, the rover. Can grab it and kick it high to the wing. Big Fish comes over the top from Forrester, close to the boundary line, and Roscoe slips over. And Daniel Hutchison at ground level. Starting to build behind you. The atmosphere must be great just around the Leongatha huddle there.
Yeah, there's plenty of noise down here, plenty of cans of beer getting around too. I'm a little bit concerned for Timmy. I'm just going to be a bit of a security guard for him because he might be a stampede in about 10 minutes' time, I think, boys.
All right. Ball is about to be thrown back in as umpire brings it in. The margin currently sits at 70 points. Boundary throw in. Willis taps it down, grabs it out of the ruck in the end and not going anywhere. So we'll ball up with 16 minutes gone in the final quarter. Heppel's there, tapped it forward. Lamers runs onto this one. He's got a bit of pace, has one bounce, gets around Brown, and outside 50, the kick was smothered. Willerton gives it back down to Musto, back to Brown, and Brown's left foot kick towards North, but Jack Hume elevated. Tapped it back, he got the footy in the end, gives it to Dyson Heppel, and Heppel's kick to the pocket, all on his own, his island. It gets over his head though. Connor Little is there, he'll close. Can't quite get a hand on it. Goes across now to Cunico, that's Jacob variety, and just in the field of play, got punched over, and there'll be, it looks to be a free kick. Rob Popplestone.
Yeah, thank you. Free kick the way of Anderson, chopping of the arm by Bowman. Now he changes direction, a risky kick, should pay off. It does. Coming out of defence, or he dropped what he should have taken. Play on was the call. Mitch Membry goes down the guts of the ground, and it's cut off nicely by Sammy Forrester. They give ground. They move forward now, and Brill. 20 metres out, the contest happens. Pelicano grabs, dispossesses, and now opens up the door. Don't tell me another one. Patrick Island gets his third of the afternoon. Good play by Pelicano to release a quick handball. It opened up the door for Ireland, and that margin just keeps on increasing.
It's just going to keep doing that too, the way they're going. It is party time right now for the Parrots, and it was just a great finish for the star recruit for the Parrots at the start of the year as well. Come with high regard, and he's done exactly what was required of him for the year. So well done to Pat Island as well, and a great finish.
And Paddy Island joins Jensen Garnham, four goals apiece in the 76-point victory at the moment.
So back to the middle again. And guess who's got it? This time it's Dyson Heppel. Goes towards Lamers. Gives a handball to Aaron Heppel from 50. Lowers the eyes to Garnham. Hand up. Ball in dispute. Pelicano wants to join the party. Handball over the top. Paddy Island's got another one.
Free kick behind play. Might go the way of Scolters. 1 sec.
I think it's Lee and Gather, but they're not calling the advantage. The Parrots want the advantage, but they don't get it in the end. Ireland kicked the goal. It's going to come back, and Jensen Garnham's now going to look for 5 goals this afternoon.
It was against Little as well then to Scud, so the umpire obviously lost control in regards to the advantage because it should have been done and dusted by now.
So Aaron Heppel just gives Jack Hume a big hug because they know what's coming up very shortly. 19 minutes have gone. Garnham gets his 5th of the afternoon, and the margin is 82 points. And every player that comes off, they celebrate.
They're doing more rotations now than what they did at the start of the game, Lee and Gather. They just keep rotating players on and off the bench, giving anyone a clear run through this real party time of the game. And the crowd's really starting to build here too.
As Darryl said, 82 points the margin, 19-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard at 17-10, 112 Lee and Gather to 4-6-30.
All right, Willis gets the tap down again. Nicely done. Drew releases. Heppel released under pressure. Terrell can get another opportunity through Roscoe. He's taken good tackle, dropping the ball, play on's the call. And now Heppel, he's taken from behind also. And one of the rare mistakes of the day by one of the more experienced players on the ground at the moment. Free kick will go the way of Lewis D'Angelo. Half-forward flank. He's dropping what he should have taken there. Really was Mitchy Musto, but he still goes forward. And, gee, we're just going through the paces, aren't we?
Yep.
Sam Forrester ever so easily takes a mark, releases, goes towards the defensive pocket, and they work their way around the backside of the ground where Ben Harding has produced himself again. And, I mean, look, they all appear to be going half pace.
They do, and it's probably sums up their whole afternoon as well. They didn't start well and they've continued on from here, but Lee and Gather have been completely ruthless.
So Brill goes down the line. Pelicano takes the contested mark on the wing. 20 minutes have gone. We've just ticked into time on. 82 points is the margin. Pelicano's kick to half forward will drop short. Brown shinned it and goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Tim Sexton at ground level this afternoon, all thanks to Carpet Country. Getting exciting.
It is getting exciting, Scud, and so exciting that the assistant coaches they're just rotating through going into the change rooms because they're planning to be out on the ground for a little while. I'll leave that cryptic message with you.
Yeah, I did that during the three-quarter time break as well. As Kim Drew got a handball back to Harding. Now he gets it back to Walker by hand. Squeezes one back further to Sovereign. Back to Harding. He's had a big afternoon. A forward handball to Kim Drew. They're still at half forward, the Parrots. Can they find a target? One hand up was from Roscoe. And now fighting at ground level on the outer side. We'll have a ball up. 60 metres out now from the Lee and Gather goal.
The third biggest margin in grand finals is 90 points, so they're not far off entering the top 3.
This has been some sort of afternoon this afternoon for this Lee and Gather side. Kick from Matt North. Although Sovereign will take the intercept mark on the wing. They can go backwards to Maskell. Maskell's got Nash if he wants him.
He'll use him. No.
He looks down. No, he didn't. He probably should have in the end, but he wants to get it going forward. And Matt North, though, takes the mark at half back for the Maroons.
Scott, I've got a headache. What does that mean? The cryptic. Where are they going into the change?
They're going for a quick wee-wee.
Yep, they're out to Marsh on this near wing. Marsh looks up, goes in towards Jackson McMahon. It bounces, he gathers it. Nash has been great this afternoon on the live wire in McMahon. And his kick is turned over by Jack Hume. So Jack Hume.
He's had an afternoon, Scud.
He certainly has. Probably unfortunately, though, for him, there's a guy out there called Dyson Heppel. As his kick, though, goes down the line. Right in front of us. Brown's there. Tried the handball to a teammate. Bowman handballs over his shoulder. Aaron Heppel had it and was tackled by a few Maroons. Brill helps him up. A boundary throw in right in front of us. 23 minutes have gone. And the margin's at 82.
It is Willis gets another paw to that ball. Willerton over the top. Very clever. Marsh on the left leg. Kicks to Laprise, who's outnumbered 2-1. And as a result, the punch from the Lee and Gather defender comes to ground and cleared by Nash. Over the top, Scolders couldn't take it. Brill is taking ball and all, play on.
Ooh.
No, they've called dropping the ball. Thought that was harsh. Now they call play on. D'Angelo releases McMahon. Centre half forward. Short kick. Goes for the bro. Can't find him. Goes over Jackson's head. And it's marked by Travis Nash.
He's been good today, Boxer, too.
He's been awesome today, Nash. I think we call his name every time we call the Lee and Gather Grand Final. Nash just goes underrated.
Harding on that wing, just racked him up all afternoon to Dyson Heppel. What are we up to with Dyson Heppel? Paul Carter?
32, I think that one is.
Well, Harding's had an afternoon too. What's he had? He gets another one here. Takes the mark. Top of his defensive 50, Ben Harding has had.
It's 10 this quarter, 31.
So they are certainly racking it up on the outer side. Harding's kick goes down the line. Willis the target over the head there of Aaron Heppel. Wins it though, gives a handball away. The Maroons through Scolters. Goes to half forward. North can't complete the mark. Dyson Heppel gives a handball to Forrester. And Forrester's got all the time in the world to stop and prop and deliver to Bowman. Takes the mark. He took a step. Play on to the umpire. To the pocket they go. Out the back. Garnham completes. They've got two. They fight over it. Garnham gathers it. Kicks around. It's party time in South Gippsland. Garnham's got 6 goals this afternoon. And the sleepy hollow of Leongatha will be up and about this afternoon. The Parrots.
They're not sleeping.
They're going to win 5 premierships in 9 years. And you can hear the crowd just start to get going down at ground level. Paul Carter.
It's 88 points the margin, and we hit the 25-minute mark of the final quarter. 18-10, 118 Leongatha, leading Traralgon 4-6-30. All this on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
Ball thrown back up. Again, taken by D'Angelo. Goes forward. They just can't find a winner here. Haven't been able to find one all day. Not through the lack of trying of Traralgon, but certainly the Leongatha defence has been great. Maskell gives ground as they go from Nash towards the outer side.
Oh.
And that's Dyson Heppel again. They haven't ran with him all day. He's just had space all day. He goes short to Brill, just short of left half forward flank. Basically outer side wing, really. He kicks to threaten the forward 50. And they're outnumbered 3-1, but nearly grabbed what shouldn't have been marked, and that was Ireland Patrick type. The umpire will now ball this one up. 50 metres from Leongatha's goals. We've played nearly 26 minutes as we speak, and Leongatha up by 88 points.
Ball on the outer side. Handball over the shoulder there. Heppel closes. Couldn't get a handball away. The forward one by Neocleus to North. And then McMahon gets on it, kicks it to half forward, but it's 2-on-1. And Maskell, well, he drops that one, a rare error, gives it to Nash. Nash goes to Marriott, and Marriott's right foot kick upside down. It's going to scoot over the back and get to, guess who? Dyson Heppel. Well, he does the team thing. He handballs to Pelicano, hard up on the boundary line. Sockers it forward, and Hourigan decides to kick it through. I think it might have went through for a goal, but Tyres kicking the other direction. Another minor score.
89 points the margin. 18-11, 119. Leongatha to 4-6-30. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard. Almost 27-minute mark final quarter.
So it goes Membry to McMahon to Scolters. It goes over the top, losing the legs, but keeping Scolters in the game. He's dispossessed, picked up beautifully by Heppel. Goes now inside forward 54, Leongatha. They've got time through Drew. A quick kick under pressure. Play on's the call. 1 sec.
Downfield.
Yeah.
Downfield for a sling tackle.
After Drew got rid of it again.
Is it going to be Garnham again?
It is going to be Garnham again.
For goal number 7?
7 is correct, Poppy.
Yeah, downfield kick.
Would that be a Leongatha record in a grand final, Paul, or close to 7?
Quite possibly.
He's been unsighted after 4 goals in the first, but all of a sudden he's come to life again in this last quarter. He's got the opportunity to kick 3 this quarter.
It would be Boxer, but I haven't got any record of anyone for Leongatha kicking 7 in a grand final.
He's got 2 already.
Nicely done. So there we go. So that's a total of 7 goals for our mate Garnham, who's now being hugged by almost the entire side. They've got the last few minutes to celebrate before the official stuff starts.
19-11, 125. Leongatha, 4-6-30. Traralgon, 95 points the margin. And we are almost at full time, 28-minute mark.
Well, certainly going to be a almighty roar when that final siren sounds. This Leongatha side have been absolutely dominant for the past decade in the Gippsland League. And I know a lot of people out there think that their demise is not far away. It's the tall poppy syndrome. But this side, when you see class, it doesn't get any better than this as Forrester goes to half forward. Siren sounds! And the Parrots have won another one. 5 premierships in the past 9 years. And unbelievable scenes as they drop to their knees. As Heppel hugs Marriott, who hugs Dyson Heppel. And then on the outer side, Timmy Sexton nearly had the coach there in Trent McMicking. We're going to get a couple of seconds. He's going to give a couple of hugs to a few supporters. Timmy Sexton, we might go to you now. Can you get a word with the coach? Trent McMicking down at ground level. He's hugging everyone. Get into there, Timmy. Don't worry about the hugs.
Just a quick one. Hugs, mate. Congratulations, mate. Must feel fantastic. Bit of redemption out of last year. I saw there's a bit of a message going into it. Built the season after, I guess, plenty of injuries, and just to come out and put a performance like that must be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very emotional, I'll be honest. Just the redemption of last year burnt me a lot, really hard after sort of being where we were, and oh my God, that's as powerful a footy as I've seen in the Gippsland League in my 4 years today. It's unbelievable, I can't believe it.
Had winners all over the ground, mate. It was, your back line stood up, your forward line's obviously going. I'm kicking 6 there in the end. Just fantastic to see all across the board, and really what you built, as we said, leading into the finals. Tommy Marriott coming back through the twos, just played patience football, knew you were good enough to get there, and showed it today.
Yeah, they just unbelievable. We really have a foundation on our defence of making sure that we're the best defence in the comp, and guys like Trav Nash, and they're just growing. There's so many young guys. I think people think we're really old.
Presentations and the official proceedings.
I'm pretty sure. And I don't blame them. The players aren't moving, look. Actually, the players are.
Welcome back to the Morwell Rec Reserve. The Parrots win by 95 points. Timmy Sexton down at ground level. He's got a quick chat. Herb, you got down there, Timmy?
Kim Drew got down here with me. Congratulations. Fantastic. And set it up early in that first quarter and used the breeze perfectly.
Yeah, I think we said if we could get a good start, then that would hold us in good stead for the rest of the game, and certainly did. I think last year we sort of didn't get a great start, we didn't kick the goals we wanted to. This year we did, and it's paid off well.
Put the pressure on them and didn't allow Trelford to get any run going, and fantastic to see your reserves and the seniors getting the wins again.
Yeah, I think Trelford are known for their pace on the ball, so that was our main, I guess, number one thing we're trying to stop today, and then, yeah, got the ones and the two, so good day for the club.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Timmy, keep working your wonders down there, mate. They all get around Kimmy Drew after that quick one. Anytime you've got one, just jump in. Dan's about to get the proceedings underway, and we might get a couple of player chats after that.
Just going to quickly try and grab Tommy Murray just to pause.
Plug that into the audio mic. So I assume your feed's been cut and stuff, yeah?
Balls, 2 clearances, 4 inside 50. Yeah, it was unbelievable today. Could have been one of the medal winners too. He owned the commentary side wing here. We're at both ends of the ground.
Ben Harding.
The reigning true to award bronze medalist, 7, 2, 12 and 10, 31 disposals, 19 kicks, 12 handballs.
16, Jay Walker.
Very important player on the wing there, Jay Walker. Very pacey and really took the game on.
Number 19, Justin
Oh, really?
They've turned me off. They've turned me off.
Yeah, so that's why I'm giving you this.
Sorry.
Number 30, Tim Sovereign.
You know, he flies under the radar, this kid, but really liked what he did today, whether it was against Ty Hirrigan or some more fleet-footed players. He did
Number 35,
what was required.
Will Littlejohn.
Another one of those back small defenders, does very well across half-back, uses the footy well.
Number 40, Ty Hall.
Yeah, Hawley was very good today for a small player. Got to some dangerous positions as well and played his role magnificently.
Number 45, Travis Nash.
The defender, how good have the back six been? They've been sensational, haven't they, all afternoon?
Number 49, Xavier Lamers.
Again, just got the pronunciation wrong then, but he's an exciting type as well too.
Number 55,
a really
Luke
brilliant
Bowman.
player.
Luke Bowman come back into the team recently. It's just 12 disposals today, but a lot of those will link up things that were important for the day.
Number 58, our best on ground today, Dyson Heppel.
Dyson Heppel iced his cake with 13 disposals in the final quarter for a total of 35, 22 kicks, 13 handballs, 10 clearances, 8 marks, 5 inside 50s.
Number 59, Aaron Heppel.
Aaron Heppel at 20 disposals today, 11 kicks, 9 handballs, 6 marks.
Thanks, mate. Let's go. For captain, number 8, Tom Marriott.
Not the usual big disposals. I had 19 down for him, but the critical one, 7 clearances out of that middle.
And the coach, Trent McMicking.
Respected by his team, respected by his club and community, and importantly respected by the opposition clubs and communities. A real professional in what he does with his club, and a worthy premiership coach, no question.
Absolutely. We're going to hear from Coach Trent McMicking now.
To the Moore Football Netball Club, it's an unbelievable facility to play grand finals at, especially with the weather not on our side today, so thank you so much. To the league, Gippsland League, it's been an unbelievable year, and thank you for all your support and what you do for us to get out and play. To Troy and Ty and the committee and Kev and all the players, you're a fantastic footy club. You never stop, and last year was your year, today was our day, and I look forward to many challenges to come. But well done, should be super proud. You did an amazing job, so well done, Traralgon. I'm not sure where I start with our boys. We've been cracking in, and we sort of had redemption written up right from day one when we got back in November, and added a few blokes, and we just continually brought guys through. There's 39 guys that played senior footy this year, and you all deserve one of these. And I just can't thank you enough for putting your bodies through it and doing what you do. To the Leongatha committee and netball club and a development side and under 18s and under 16s and all the netball, we're just one massive family, and I think Thursday night just showed. So thank you so much on behalf of the playing group and coaching group, and enjoy the night. The Sheriff lives on.
Very well said. Unbelievable. It continues. There's some celebrations, no doubt, that are going to rock on for many a nights over there in South Gippsland. Not only tonight, they're going to give the Premiership Cup. You'll hear the mighty roar as they storm the championship dais for season 2025. The Leongatha Parrots reign again as premiers in the seniors for the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. And it is going to be a big, big night of celebrations. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, hopefully get a couple more interviews from ground level as well, and wrap things up on grand final day here at the Morwell Rec Reserve. It's Gippsland Live, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.